WIIFTBP.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stoger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad we got lactose. folks. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm the seal carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System the milk is so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System the milk is so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. It is Tuesday. Tuesday on a blowing up on a Tuesday in the club on a Tuesday. Man, I remember we used to go out to the clubs on Tuesday nights.
Back in the day?
Actually, Tuesday night at Buzz might have been the best party of the week.
What?
Tuesday nights, man, people live for Tuesday nights.
No, it's Buffalo Wild Wings.
Child. Oh, what? You,
See Reese nodding his head, yes.
you,
I don't know if they still had the special, though.
They do.
after I saw the Buffalo Wild, after I saw the rats fall out the ceiling at the Buffalo Wild Wings in New York, you ain't got to worry about me in BW3. But wait. So, Ruthie, you're saying that okay, so first of all, I'm sure I'm dating myself, but anybody, and not physically dating myself, like going out on a date.
You would, though.
I would. I don't think there's a better date in the world than me. Like, who wouldn't want to spend, like, time with me and my charming self? But I'm going to tell you, Ruthie, Tuesday nights, like that song Blowing Up, on a Tuesday, that song was like 15 years too late. Because on Tuesday nights, I cannot tell you how many Tuesday nights my staff spent crawling around on the floor of a crowded dance floor as my chain was swinging and getting caught on things and breaking. And then there would be a point like every month. Because instead of the gorilla, I used to have Maze Jack spelled out in diamonds. And it would, like, when I'd be at the club, I'd be getting my swing on so you get your chain. And inevitably, it would get hooked on something and break. And then there would be, like, all the diamonds would be except for, like, 4. And they were kind of chunky, so I would be like, could y'all help me find these? And so people would be around the floor. But it was a good time. I'm going to tell you. And that was Ruthie, when you pulled up and it was like.
That would have had to happen to me one time.
No, if you had the chain.
One time.
I had the chain rebuilt. Like, I realized it was just not functional. It was me trying to be too
function
gaudy.
Over fashion.
Well, you could do I think once I realized that the conglomeration of bling as compared to the spreading of bling couldn't have a different effect. And it was like, not bling though, like, not like, it was like real. Oh, it was, can I tell you how great the 90s and the early 2000s were? Do you remember when Jay-Z and Beanie Siegel had the song, 6 a.m. in the club, dun-dun, remember that one?
Uh-huh. I don't remember the lyrics.
1 a.m. in the back of the club, 2 a.m. with the right? We used to try and live that song out in every week. It was crazy. It was it was a good,
Oh, I guess music is pretty influential, huh?
I told you. Ruthie, what's the difference between 4.0 and a 4.6? Like 30 to 40 grand, beat it. I told you, when I traded in my Lincoln Navigator, Ruthie, because of the 4.6 to Jay-Z, and I was just like, and I used to pull up to the stoplight. And I remember the funniest thing to me was be like, when you get that whip, you pull up
and do what though?
You pull up to the stoplight and then you look around.
Oh.
So everybody could see you. And then because the car had, like say it was somebody over there at the bus stop, right?
Uh-huh.
You could drop your car. You could make it go down.
Oh, yeah.
And you be like, hey, what's going on? You straight? And then the girl be like,
what was the point of that? Like to
stunt. It's an extra stunt, right? Like you drive 6 inches
over something.
What? Oh, why? Oh yeah. So you could like drive through streams and mountains.
That's what I was wondering. Yeah.
Right. I used to take curbs all the time, but Range Rover, worst decision I ever made in my life. Navigator, best vehicle was like driving a living room. I missed that car like that. That is one of the worst pieces of influence Jay-Z ever had over me. Was trading in the Navigator for the Range Rover. Although the Range Rover did turn more heads. It was, yeah. I remember pulling up on the bus stop and was trying, be slick a little bit. And the chick said, she's at the bus stop. What's that, a 4.0 or a 4.6? And on that note, then I did like this. And rolled off. Yeah, I used to pull it. I used to pull it back in the day. All right, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. Enough of reminisce on the love we had. That Mary J. Blige. You know what I need? Did you ever see that show Dream On?
No.
I see and talk sometimes in music, like based on where I was in that time, and I have like songs that play in my head exactly for the words that I want to put. I really wish I could match. You know how like
a lot of people do. Most people, you just don't hear it come out of their mouths.
So do you have like a soundtrack that plays in your head when you're doing stuff?
Everybody does. You just don't.
Do you hear like
privy to it?
Really?
It's just you got a radio show, so you say them every time you think of them, and you do it in real life too, though.
I do it in real life. Like I can't help myself.
This is not real life, but
I do it in real life. I have a song for every occasion.
You don't be knowing the lyrics all the time.
I don't, but I know what they meant. I know what they was trying to get at. Like I make up my own watermelon bubble gum too.
Some people do that with movies.
Yep, I do that too with movies too. You should watch Dream On. It's really good. It's like
I ain't trying to like get too deep with this, but like that's the power of like memory and why like post-traumatic stress and things like that is also like a factor because some songs are associated with not so good memories.
Won't we go back to the days our love was strong? Can you tell me how? Right?
I'm sorry, y'all.
Perfect love goes wrong. Can somebody? Yeah. You know I be knowing some version of it. Some version of it. All right, y'all, it's the Mace Jackson Show on a Tuesday. Actually, Ruthie, this Tuesday is actually like Thursday.
Because it's Thanksgiving.
Because Wednesday is our last day. And then we out of here. Look, Riis was at the meeting yesterday like, hey, I know Thanksgiving is Wednesday. We got Wednesday, Thursday off. But do that count for the Sunday shows? I was like, Riis was like, now everybody taking the Thanksgiving. Oh, I solved it. Then I was like, but while you at that, could you work at TP? He was like, gosh, I can't get a damn day. Yesterday was the first time Riis ain't be like, yep. That was the first time I ever seen Riis be like, let me check my schedule. Cause Riis, and man, over Thanksgiving, man, did you see that meme about the people with the Thanksgiving, white people for Thanksgiving? It'd be like, we made turkey, dressing, cranberry juice, and something, and then they do the black people list, and it's like you had to scroll your screen. It was like he even had like roasted unicorn on there.
100 things on there.
Not roasted unicorn.
Riis, you gotta find. Let me tell you what you gotta find. You gotta find. I got beans, greens, ham, tomatoes. You gotta have that today. We gotta play that today and tomorrow. If we get in trouble, hey, we just get what do you say? If you die, you die. If you die, you die. It is the Maze Jackson Show. Ruthie Moore, I've been talking to you, but I ain't asked you how you feeling today.
I'm good. It's cold.
Ruthie, it is.
Yes, it is.
I see you got your Sherpa.
It's cold.
You got a Sherpa. You got a Scully on.
But I'm happy it's about to be Thanksgiving.
Really? Y'all kicking for Thanksgiving? Do it be a party?
Yes, of course. It's always a party.
What you cooking? We talk about that in a minute.
Yeah,
Save it.
no, I'm eating. I'm just showing up to the feast.
Ruthie, see?
Sometimes you should be able to show up.
I wish I could do that one day. I wish I could just show up.
One day.
And be like.
I'm bringing something, though.
What you bringing?
I bought it. Not cooking it. Some jerk corner shins.
What, from Tennille now?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I ordered them from somewhere else.
Oh, you know what? The Tennille and them didn't even have them. Last year, they was cracking.
Mm-hmm.
Them boxes was crack-a-lacking. Ooh-wee. Was it last year or was it 2 years ago? I think it might have been 2 years.
It's been a while.
Right, I've been with my cousin, so I can't even tell you.
I think that was
Pre-pandemic?
No, it wasn't.
I don't know. All right. Well,
no, it wasn't. But they was good, though.
Well, okay.
Them potatoes.
Beans, greens, ham, tomato.
You and Riis dressed alike today. Y'all did it on purpose?
Hold on.
Y'all could have let me know.
I ain't going to even first of all.
Y'all could have said something.
First of all, I assumed I could wear this today because I ain't going to even I ain't going to even say nothing.
He gonna say, see, he probably like his generation. That probably is actually his outfit as a sweater. So he probably gonna say, I had this on yesterday, but
it's
in
your
our
coat.
generation, exactly, we use it as a hoodie. Like you just put it on, you go on. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm with you.
So that's probably like your outfit for the day. No, like his.
You like, no, I got clothes. I'm fly than this. No, right. You fly. I will forget you then. I got a shirt on. I got shirts. Yeah. I got extra shirts. Man, B. I got fly joints. My shirts is fly too. Black Panther. Come on, man. I got 2 outfits. I can flip my hoodie, dog. Jesus. Suppression, man. Be mad in the morning. It's the Maze Jackson Show.
That's a nice shirt, Maze.
Thank you. It's Huey, Bobby. But you see that? Then it's got Asada. Then you see it's T'Challa. See,
I did not.
Black
I
Panther,
look that
baby.
Closely at it.
Black Panther.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Black Panther. Well, we got the same thing going on. It actually matches our wall, sort of. Black Panther and Black Panther on the other side. But I don't know if you mind. I don't know about the T'Challa's fictional.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, the Black Panther hype was real.
You can't be the last one. You Google Black Panther.
What?
The cartoon gonna come up. Google ain't even right for that.
Lord have mercy.
You Google Black Panther party. Kids,
they be like,
party favorite stuff is gonna come up.
Oh, Jesus, Lord have mercy.
It's Google.
That's not
Google trying to suppress us.
Lord. So, Ruthie.
It's so down to say Ruthie.
Well, I mean, we are heading into Native American Genocide Day. So, we might as well just go ahead and bust up all the men. We should just, like tomorrow for the day out, baby, we should just bust up all the lies. We should just be like, tell all the lies we've been told. Let's just tell the truth and tell the kids. Ain't no, let me stop. Somebody be on the. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Ruthie Moore is in the building. Hey, you heard him talking back there too. It is Mr. Business in the front, party in the back. DJ Riis the Ruler. What's up, Riis? How you feeling this morning?
Blessed by the best, you know the rest. Man, I woke up late today.
We see.
Hey, you ever will like be next to somebody and you feel like they should have an alarm on their phone too for you?
Why you ain't waking me
your
up?
Alarm ain't on too. You know I gotta be up.
Get I feel like that's funny. I feel like the second I get out the bed, Carrie be like, whew. She be like, and she just be like I can't even find her in the morning when I go to kiss because she done moved all the way over in the middle of the bed. Like I would, you know, if you feel like, man, maybe would you prefer I wasn't sleeping in this bed? You're not like in a bad way, but you know, it's like my alarm go off. It almost be like she be like, "What are you waiting on?"
Just making sure you were awake.
I just want to make sure you're awake. I feel like, but you know, it's like I did switch the mattress around, right? So you know, she got the dip. Right, so I turned it around one time, like when she was gone, I turned it, and it's like now every day she like roll the other way. So I think like when I get out the bed, she get to the top of the hump, and then she can be like equal,
trying to even it out.
Right. So she don't. But you know what? Well, we'll talk about that later. It's the Maze. No, we won't, because I'm gonna be in trouble for that one too. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We gonna talk about it all. We got headlines. Hey, can I tell y'all what? Did y'all see the Kyle Rittenhouse interview yesterday? Did you know he said he supports Black Lives Matter? He said, why y'all got to bring race into it? So we're going to talk about that. Matter of fact, y'all get ready because we're going to play the Kyle Rittenhouse interview. I'm going to play all 17 minutes of it. And Ruthie, I know like during these breaks you tune out. You know, you be like, I got work to do. Let me get the schedule done. I want you to listen to it. I really do. I want you to listen and watch because I do believe that there were so many just... Y'all seen them posts on Facebook with the red flags? Okay, well, you don't even be on Facebook. So it's like, I didn't really realize what it was, but it's like this thing where it's like red flags. Like when people do or say certain things.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
It's a red flag.
I know what you're talking about.
I want you to listen to
Thanks,
this
Keisha.
interview, and you will see what I'm talking about. Look, it's the Maze Jackson Show. Let's take a quick break. We're going to come back. We're going to do some headlines. Then we're going to do a social media question of the day. And then stay tuned at 7 o'clock. We're going to play back Kyle Rittenhouse's interview with Tucker Carlson on Fox News. It is the Maze Jackson Show. Welcome to everybody from WBGX, too. Riis, I think I got grateful. So let's see if we could try and figure out this road stuff. Is there a way to plug in so we can, because I don't know what's wrong with our audio because it sounds super good. Or can I, you know what, you know what I'll do? I'll Bluetooth it to you. Or I'll send it to you or something. And we'll try and, we'll figure it out. All right, it's the Mace Jackson Show. We'll be back. I felt some kind of way yesterday. Etoi Dumela was like, y'all should use my copy. I got much better audio. No, you don't. We got good audio. It's just we can't get into
John Blaze up here.
We got jump. Oh, see, Riis, don't get in it. Stay out, right? I don't want you. Don't get in there. You know that.
When she start talking about like audio, then she talking about us. You know what I'm saying? We good. We good over here.
We are good. All right, y'all. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
WIIFTBP.
If you're a business professional, have you ever wanted to multitask on your way to an important meeting instead of navigating through traffic? Fellowship Fleet Limousine and Bus Company is your solution for chauffeured ground transportation. Our company provides sedans, SUVs, stretch limousines, vans, and buses for corporate travel, airport transfers, and group shuttles. If you're a corporate travel manager, individual business professional, event or meeting planner, relax. Let us take the wheel. Visit fellowshipfleet.com to book right now. And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media? The time is now 6:38 a.m. and I'm Riis the Ruler with your Chicagoland area sports traffic and weather report. In sports, the Chicago Bulls lose at home to the Indiana Pacers 109-77 over the traffic on the Kennedy. O'Hare to the Loop is 29 minutes. Outbound to O'Hare just 17 on the Edens. Inbound from Deerfield to Exchange is 33 minutes. Exchange back out to Deerfield just 28 on the Eisenhower is 37 minutes. From Thorndale to the Loop back out to Thorndale will be 32. On the Stevenson from I-355 to the Dan Ryan will be 37 minutes. Outbound will be 32. The Bishop Ford is 36 minutes from I-80 to the Dan Ryan and 38 minutes back out to I-80. The Dan Ryan is 17 minutes to the Loop and it's an accident headed towards 95th, so it's 19 minutes to 95th. On DuSable Lakeshore Drive South, 55th to Jackson, as well as Jackson back out to 55th is 7 minutes. On the north side of things, Randolph to Bryn Mawr is 8 minutes, but Bryn Mawr back to Randolph is 9. Today's weather is currently 27 and clear. Today will be a high of 43 with a low of 25. I'm Riis the Ruler now. Here's Sparkle with Ease here on the Maze Jackson Show.
You see me, you see him, my best friend. He hold me down like ankles fighting the waves. Apply not to my crime, yeah, I do time. Till I'm with you, I'll be counting the days. Yeah, ooh, been through so many things, but we always get through. Yeah, ooh, it ain't always perfect, but it's worth it. This is deeper than the surface. If I said I didn't love you, you would not know I've been frontin'. Wiped all my scars away like it was nothing. Took the parts of me I tried to hide and make them something, something. Like it was nothing. Ooh. Ooh, something about you, baby. Ooh, you know you drive me crazy. Ooh, you give me peace of mind. Ooh, let me tell you why. You make it easy. Say, to take it easy. Say, feel so weak. Say, easy to love. Say, to take it easy. Say, feel so weak. Say, easy to love. I never thought that I would give it to you, but now I don't think it's the time. I won't do it. I think it's 'cause the way you talk to me. Know how to say it without making me feel little. You're gracious even when you pop off on me. When you get done, I got a little something to drop off on you. Because you earned it with the time you took to put it that way. You got me liking to get put in my place. I didn't love you, you and I know I've been frontin'. Wiped all my scars away like it was nothing. Took the parts of me I tried to hide to make them something, something. Like it was nothing. Ooh, something about you, baby. Ooh, you know you drive me crazy. Ooh, you give me peace of mind. Ooh, let me tell you why. You make it easy. Say, to take it easy. Say, feel so easy. Say, easy to love. Easy to love. You make it easy. Say, to take it easy. Say, feel so weak. Say, easy.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Miss Ruthie Moore, DJ Riis, the ruler, on the ones and twos. Hey, Riis, what we did not do was get the soul plane up to 60,000 feet. So why don't we do that real quick? Let's get this bad boy up in the air, and then I'm going to run through some of these headlines and ask the social media question of the day. All right, Ruthie Moore.
Whoa, hold on. The soul plane got up. You know how much gas is?
Joe Biden.
Hit the donate button.
Hit the donate button for the
Y'all
gas.
know fuel. The price of fuel is up.
Ruthie, the price of fuel is up in the.
Yeah, so we still taking this whole plane. We might need to find a plan B.
We just got to make more money, Ruthie.
I know that's right.
It's like we don't stop flying. The prices got to go up.
I got us on the gas, Ruthie. You know, I know.
You know somebody.
He got Riis. Reese got the plug at the
Them
pump.
West Side pull-ups. That's the only place I've ever seen that where you could pull up and get your car filled up.
Like $15, $20.
Used to be $15, $20. Woo!
Yeah, somebody come. You don't ask
now
no
that
questions.
is a sweet lick.
You don't ask no questions. I pull up there. He be like, hey, bro,
I don't
you
trust it
some
nowadays
gas?
though. I feel like it's a sting operation.
A sting's doing what?
To get you, what you mean? To get you caught up in credit card fraud.
How? He asked me if he wanted to put some. I gave him $15.
And he probably
Reese.
working for the feds. It's a sting operation,
It's a
like bait
fed-
car. It's like I feel like
do?
it's like bait car.
What did I do wrong?
Accepted some
Free gas? Okay.
Did you pay for that gas?
He did. he actually.
This is exactly why Reese can't get a concealed carry.
He did.
This is why Reese cannot. And if you
The
wonder
man
why,
said he put too much money in there. He didn't want to put it back on his car, so he just wanted the cash. That's all I know.
As soon as you pull out, the boy is gonna be right behind you.
Saying what?
Say it, nigga.
Get out of the car, put your hands up.
And because I got
Stop
some
resisting.
gas.
Okay, see, Reese, there go Reese. Reese did not listen to the social media question of the day. Do you actually believe you're gonna get justice in the court system? Right,
Over
Reese.
some gas? What? Yes. You're not going down over. You are not going down over $15.
I know somebody. I know
It might be. I'm pretty like I can see it being a sting operation that's set up as some type of federal case because it's across the street from this sacred ground of something. They gonna try to tell you, Reese. They gonna
not going
they'll
down.
get you.
They trying to get you.
Don't do the
Okay.
gas pump and dump no more. Don't
Wally,
do it.
Wally, don't let Wally. And I'm telling you what else they about to start cracking down on. They finna start hitting people up over these crab legs they be getting on their ATMs. I mean on their whatchamacallit.
Link card.
Yeah, man.
It's
Hey,
food.
I see. Remember I told you
They would have to go after
Ruthie.
the stores.
Ruthie,
It's
but that's the
food.
point. That's the point, though. Remember, I told you about the hustle. Remember when I told
That's
you
funny.
when they realized when Wally and them and Eddie found out that you could, you could buy raw food. What's going on? When Eddie and them said you could buy raw food,
And
did
they
we
cook
lose
it right
internet?
there.
Is everything all good? Anyway, Eddie and them say, right. And so they would sell it to you raw and then be like, we'll cook it for you for free. Right here.
Mm-hmm.
And
Smart.
They still do that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Smart. We don't. Mr. Jerk. Oh, Jerk, you know who came up on that though? Jerk Chicken Man. Jerk Taco Man.
Mm-hmm.
Out west, Jerk Taco Man used to have, you could buy the bag, give me that right there, give me that right there. But I just hated waiting in that line.
Yeah.
I remember when he was in a vacant lot.
I
But
remember
the
that
line
too.
was like a party in itself, though.
I remember when he was in the vacant line. I remember that line. I remember the first time I saw Jerk Taco Man taco. I was like, what kind of meat is that? Because they literally put like a half a pound on every taco. Have you ever had Jerk Taco Man?
One time,
Out west,
I don't
though?
remember because it was after a party.
Oh, that's the best time to get it.
I've heard that's the only way you should eat it.
I'm gonna tell you, Jerk Taco Man.
Black people tacos.
Black
I
people
just-
make anything into a taco.
I just
Give me a tortilla, I'm gonna make it. I turn it. I'll make a taco on your butt in a minute. All I want is cheese, onion, and cilantro anyway. That's it. That's all I need. And a tortilla. Now that I figured out how to, I don't like the soft shells. What I do love though is taking a soft shell and throwing it in on some grease and then folding your taco in it. Cause then it's like you get the soft but the crunch.
Yeah.
Because you can fold it, but you still get a crunch to it, right? I hate soft taco shells.
a good hack.
Yeah. And then have you
know
seen
the
the one where they
Ruthie?
throw the cheese, where you can make them cheese, and you drop them? Hey, do you ever make cheese shells? Like where you just take cheddar cheese, put it in the pan,
Then put another
and let
layer
it
on
melt. You let it melt, and then it hardens, and then you just
Oh, like I've seen some keto people do stuff like that.
and then what's keto?
It's a diet where they eat a lot of cheese.
What?
Everything is cheese.
Yes.
Like taco shells.
I would not
is
be at
cheese.
their house. I would not be at their house.
I actually liked it.
Uh-huh. They got Eric, what you call them things? What's them
Not
things?
Airwicks.
Plug-in. Eric can make plug-ins, man. All right, y'all. Mace Jackson show. Kyle Rittenhouse interview at 7 o'clock. We're gonna play it back. Did you see sexual misconduct at the Marine Academy?
Yes.
I want to think it's tough for Ruthie, I just don't know how I feel about men and women, kids physically at that time being together. I really especially in anything that requires athleticness. Yeah, there's something I don't like about we're seeing it at the what do you call it? We're seeing it at the CPS. We saw it at the Park District. There is something to me about these adults who see blossoming women at a time when there's something that I don't think we have addressed. I feel like what we're seeing here was always an unknown secret in schools. There was, you always knew that in almost every school there was some teacher kicking it with some kid that everybody knew it and nobody said nothing. And
I just think now we living in different times.
which is good. Which is
live in
good in that
different
space.
times.
But I do think I don't, I was, this story bothers me. And it's I see this military academy because it's literally right down the street from my house. And there are so many times where I see those young military cadets hypersexualized, and it made me think of you know how in the military they say all the girls be getting, or so many women get sexually assaulted, or in there. I just feel like there's a continuation of that in the military academy. That same thing exists.
The culture,
Yes,
and traditions that might
right,
lead to that type of.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, I think I think in any type of organization or system where hazing is ingratiated into it, you always have to be extra careful about sexual misconduct.
That's so crazy to me. That is
anytime, because anytime. Anytime there's some type of hazing, you have to be aware. And I mean, but see, that even extends into areas where you wouldn't necessarily name this as hazing, like the whole casting couch aspect. Like, it's the, similar concept, that power over people. You got to do this, you know what I'm saying? So you got to go through this in order to get this. And some people just really take advantage.
I kind of always feel like you got to be kidding me. Like, I always feel like that really works. Like, I get that. What you talk about, I don't know how. Well, let me stop. It depends on the movie.
Power is power. Political power, sexual power, economic power. People wield their power in very sadistic types of ways. So why would the kids be exempt from this sexual deviance?
Lordy be.
They pray.
Did you see that Jeff Bezos donated $100 million to the Obama Foundation?
He ain't trying to get Elon Musk.
What's that? What happened? Elon Musk. What happened?
Just, him and Bernie been going back and forth. He got some stock options coming down, so he needs to give away some billions or get taxed on it. So he basically kind of asked, I think it was like a poll on social media, like, should I give away X number of
shares?
So right now it's a whole push to tax the wealthy or eat the rich. And so Bezos like, let me just give some of this away to some of these black people.
Yesterday,
you see, he broke off, what's his name? Van Jones. Obama, Van Jones. They're kind of similar, right?
Right. Oh,
yeah.
And remember, Van Jones was one of the Obama files when he first.
Then he got the same circles.
Man, 100 million, Ruthie. Jeff Bezos. But I was watching something yesterday that Nidra sent me that it was kind of crazy. They were talking about that there's the new world order is actually happening in the economic space, in this whole universal basic income, talking about using your the digital economy and being able to cut off your access to use your money outside of certain zones if they don't tell you can move. So say you put all your money in a bank and you use that video yesterday was so.
If y'all just look up China, just look at what's going on in China and how digitally they can control your life. Just literally, just look up how the Chinese system works.
Can I tell you? I ain't
and that's where we going in that direction. We just can't name it because we ain't a we ain't a communist country.
Yeah, Ruthie, they said that in China, you can only use 10 squares of toilet paper, and in a certain amount of time. And when you go into the bathroom, it counts the sheets, and you can't use no more until you go to the next. Can you imagine that? They better have Charmin like a mug.
It's a lot we can't imagine.
They better have the Charmin six rolls in one. Them better be some big old sheets. It's crazy though. Like they have the facial recognition tells you.
You talking about in China, right?
They were they run your face as you're walking through and show. I was like,
wild.
It was unbelievable.
Do you know that you can snitch on other people for doing stuff that's like unbecoming behavior, and you get rewarded for that, and they get their points get dinged for that?
And that's the same thing that they were doing in Texas. You trying to help an abortion person, you get points. We'll reward you. Yo, that was a very enlightening conversation. All right, the McMichael trial heads to closure. You don't know who the McMichaels are? They're the people who murdered Ahmaud Arbery. I'm not gonna call it the Arbery trial. I'm gonna call it the McMichael trial. They closed the defense rest yesterday. Do you think the white people are gonna have the audacity, the unmitigated gall to let them go?
Nah, they're gonna get something.
I think they're gonna get something too. I think white people like, man, we don't really feel like just burning up stuff again.
I mean, it's kind of like the video. Like,
I couldn't watch it.
Like, I mean, how can you? They gonna get something. Something. I don't know what they gonna get. I ain't necessarily got hope.
What if it was self-defense? Okay.
They better start boarding up.
Thanksgiving shut down. Ruthie. Have you found
You want a
out
Louis?
much
You want a Louis? You want some Louis Vuitton? I know it's some Louis in the street. Who got that Louis for the low?
Oh Lord. Thanksgiving, I told you before, Ruthie, we're shutting down after tomorrow. Wednesday, after the Maze Jackson show, there will be no more shows until the following Monday. So get y'all stuff together. I might play a replay. We might put the telethon up and put it as a replay. Hey, Ruthie, did I tell you on December 18th and 19th, we are having What's in it for the Black People concealed carry class?
Ooh.
At TP.
Ooh.
Everything done on site. In 100 days, you get your joint.
What's a joint?
You get your card.
Oh, I thought you were talking about that. You get a fire officer. It come with a gun?
Nah, but for 250, shoot.
I was going to say, now that is
we should do one. We could throw a gun in there. You know what I'm saying? We could put options on there and check the box, and you say you want to get your gun at the end. Here you go, and we have it reserved for you. Look, I'm telling you, you better go ahead and join the gun club. We starting with the be self-defense. That's why you got to listen to this Kyle Rittenhouse interview. You got to listen to it. Mm-hmm. It was just so many nuggets.
I just didn't want to give it a play on the first day.
Okay, I got you. I didn't watch it yesterday either. I watched it this morning, but I think it's just tremendously informative. Like, tremendously.
I'm happy to watch it here. Honestly, if I was at home, I don't think I could stomach it.
Wasn't as bad as... It'll be an interesting watch. It's just an interesting watch. Boy, but that Tucker Carlson setup. That mother Tucker. Woo! That Tucker. He told what y'all doing for Thanksgiving?
Eating food.
Beans, greens, ham, tomatoes. I want to know who gonna bring us a plate tomorrow. Now, if you got cats, don't do it. Somebody need to bring a fried turkey up here. Like, I wish we still had we used to have a Harold's hookup fried turkey, salt, pepper, mild sauce. It was good too. It was really good. They put it in flour, Ruthie.
Oh,
like they
legit fry it.
They put it in Harold's grease. They put it in Harold flour. Seasoned like a Harold's chicken. Toss that bad boy in the fryer.
Mild sauce on top of it, or they just put on the side?
On the side, and then you. Huh? It was pretty juicy too. And that salt and pepper mild was good. Fire Nagy. Hey, if the Bears lose to the 0-win Detroit Lions, Riis, are we firing Matt Nagy?
If they win, we fire Matt Nagy.
And then I just want y'all to pay attention to the protests at UFC. I don't know if you all saw. Remember the day that I got carjacked was the same day that another University of Chicago student got carjacked. He was murdered in that carjacking.
I don't know if he got carjacked. I think he just got robbed.
Okay, I thought he pulled up in his car. Well, he got killed. Same day. Getting out of his car. Ruthie, have you seen the Asian protest that's been happening over at the University of Chicago? You seen read any of the signs or anything?
What is it saying?
Yeah, just go Google it and you go look. But
they're like,
we came here to be safe, not to be murdered. We came here to get educated.
Well,
it was a very I feel like they was just a step away.
Man, stop.
I feel like, Ruthie, they was a step away from being like,
stop.
I feel sorry for your mother.
Listen,
that was
University of Chicago.
Oh, be careful.
University of Illinois need to start letting in local students. These high international populations, particularly from China, I know that they make a lot of money. That's where they're getting a lot of their money from. But come on now. Then we look around and we keep wondering why our country is failing in these STEM fields.
And they be at our best universities getting all our best knowledge.
So stop playing. It's too many local kids around here that can use some of these spots. University of Chicago, University of Illinois, with these high international student populations.
Damn, they called y'all out.
I'm just saying, like, it's.
I was offended.
Just think about what we talked about before in terms of like national security. Do you really think that they loyalty is gonna be to America? Mm-mm. Come on now, people.
But
then we wonder why our workforce ain't educated and trained enough to fulfill some of these jobs that's in the future, that's in demand.
I want you to see the
Stop
sign.
playing.
I want you to see the
Do you know how many black people, before they tried to clean up that area, we couldn't even go to the hospital over there?
Ruthie, you should see
Stop playing.
You should see the signs. I mean, I feel like
you know how many of how many of our young people been dying in the streets? Hit the streets about that. Stop playing with me. University of Chicago.
Ooh, somebody on the list. Uh-oh.
I ain't trying to hear nothing about no violence against University of Chicago students.
Stop it. I'm telling you. You should have seen them. I just need for y'all to understand them signs. Like if O-Dog would have been around here, y'all seen Minister Society? Them signs was about this close to activating O-Dog. All right. It's the Mace Jackson Show. Ruthie said stop playing with her on a Tuesday. It's the Mace Jackson Show. We'll be back after these messages. Riis, we're going to get this Tucker Carlson. Hey, y'all stay tuned. We're going to do this Tucker Carlson interview with Kyle Rittenhouse. They tried to make us feel sorry for him. It's the Mace Jackson Show. We'll be back.
The Mace Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
WIIFTBP.
Mace Jackson.
If you could make up a social media holiday, what would it be?
Randy said National Don't Let No One Put You Down Day.
No one. What you gonna do? So when they say something crazy, you slap them?
Be like me said. Randy said a Jukathon Day.
Man, we're about 60 years old. I be done had a heart
You gotta
attack.
get your heart rate up.
Okay, not that far.
All right, Mario said my favorite one. My friends and I do what we call National Call Off from Work Day.
As a business owner, I don't. You don't like that? Yeah. I don't like that.
Because I'm the boss of this thing.
We got Marcus Garvey Day from Remy too.
Oh, Marcus Garvey Day. All right, what will we do on Marcus Garvey Day?
Call off from work.
I'm going to need you to go ahead and come in tomorrow. That would be great. Okay?
Yeah, right. Every black holiday has something to do with calling off from work.
You're cool. I'm out.
How about National Join a Positive Black Organization Day? Because I don't want to be recruited. I don't want to be recruited and the brothers be like, thank you. Thank you. How about National Tell White People the Truth Day? Tell them how you really feel.
You can't handle the truth.
Why don't we call that National Black People Get Locked Up Day?
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Hello.
The most dangerous show in the morning. If you're a business professional, have you ever wanted to multitask on your way to an important meeting instead of navigating through traffic? Fellowship Fleet Limousine and Bus Company is your solution for chauffeured ground transportation. Our company provides sedans, SUVs, stretch limousines, vans, and buses for corporate travel, airport transfers, and group shuttles. If you're a corporate travel manager, individual business professional, event or meeting planner, relax. Let us take the wheel. Visit fellowshipfleet.com to book right now. If you're a business professional, have you ever wanted to multitask? And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media? The time is now 7:04 a.m. and I'm Riis the Ruler with your Chicagoland area sports, traffic, and weather report. In sports, the Chicago Bulls lose at home to the Indiana Pacers 109-77. Over the traffic on the Kennedy O'Hare to the Loop is 38 minutes. Outbound to O'Hare 20. On the Edens, inbound from Deerfield to Exchange, 41 minutes. Exchange back out to Deerfield will be 28. On the Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop, 45 minutes, 39 minutes back out to Thorndale. On the Stevenson, from I-355 to the Dan Ryan will be 42 minutes. Outbound will be 34. The Bishop Ford, 34 minutes from I-80 to the Dan Ryan, 36 minutes back out to I-80. The Dan Ryan is 19 minutes to the Loop, 14 minutes back out to 95th. On DuSable Lakeshore Drive South, 55th to Jacksonville, Jackson back out to 55th is still 7 minutes. On the north side of things, Randolph to Bryn Mawr is 8 minutes. Bryn Mawr back to Randolph is 10. Today's weather is currently 27 and sunny. Today will be a high of 43 with a low of 25. I'm Riis the Ruler, and now here's Valerie here on the Mace Jackson Show.
Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water, and I think of all the things, what you're doing, and in my head I paint a picture. Since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. But won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Did you have to go to jail? Put your house on up for sale? Did you get a good lawyer? I hope you didn't catch a tan. I hope you find the right man who'll fix it for you. And are you shopping anywhere? Change the color of your hair. Are you busy? And did you have to pay this fine that you've been dodging all the time? Are you still dizzy? Since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Oh, stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over there? Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water, and I think of all the things, what you're doing. In my head I paint a picture. Since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over there? Why don't you come on over there?
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
Church if you ain't trying to help us. Don't even try to be around and can't protect us. We see the lies now of the politicians. We need money and no symbolism. It's Maze and Riis, Ruthie and Todd, explaining how we all come from God, giving us tools to beat the odds. If we united, our movement gon' stop. If they ain't trying to help us, they ain't trying to do nothing. We gotta do something, we gotta stop running. It's time to confront the problem. Really, you expect you oppressed to solve wrong. All the lies we hurt before, the times of pain. always awkward with our brothers, but ain't nobody gonna take our place. Just stay in tune and stay on top about who forward, about who not. Just green light, all the black economy. Then watch all the shooting don't stop. To my black people in power, just remember we put you in power. If you really want to save all the black princesses, be Mario and I Bowser. They gave us a hard job. We gon' make it if we do it together. Divided before, we gotta evolve. With confidence, you are ready before you started. With no confidence in the people, we always gon' be the people.
What's in it for me? What's in it for you? Who's telling the lies? Who's telling the truth? Black people realize the sun shines for you. So stop the divide. See what melanin do.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Ruthie Moore, in the building. Plus my man, DJ Riis, the ruler, in the building. Ruthie, yesterday on Fox 32, Fox News, Tucker Carlson did an interview with Kyle Rittenhouse, Killer Kyle. Ruthie, I think it's important that we all watch and listen together. I think there's a lot to unpack. And so I think it's just something that we should listen to and be purposeful in our listening. So with that in mind, I am going to run back the interview, courtesy of Fox News, Tucker Carlson and Kyle Rittenhouse. They say everything we heard was a lie. It's interesting to hear it. And I know we've all been in and out of this conversation because we kind of knew what was going to happen. But I think it's just interesting to hear from his perspective. So I am going to, if you don't mind, Riis, turn me up in my mic, Riis, and then I am going to. I got it. It's this. You know which one it is? Look, I know. Like Riis, like he ain't going to even go. I got it. He ain't going to even look.
I hope you want me to know, right?
Yeah, I want you to see. Look, I want you to know. All right, y'all. Here we go. Kyle Rittenhouse with Tucker Carlson. Keep my mic up because I might want to interject.
Chaotic and violent. Many of the rioters, by the way, carried guns. Rittenhouse was hardly alone. Rittenhouse didn't go to Kenosha looking for trouble. His father lived there. Rittenhouse himself worked as a lifeguard in Kenosha. On August 25th of last summer, Rittenhouse went downtown to stand guard over a car lot. Here's the context. The night before, police in Kenosha had done nothing as the mob burned businesses, including another car lot, all the way to the ground. So the business owner needed Kyle Rittenhouse's help. He was looking to a 17-year-old for help, if that gives you some perspective on how bad things were, and he asked for it. As Rittenhouse stood there, rioters threatened his life. Then they attempted to kill him. In the end, Rittenhouse shot 3 attackers as he tried to run to the safety of the police. A number of media outlets claimed the men Rittenhouse shot were black. In fact, all 3 were white, and all 3 had serious criminal records. We could go on. Again, the media coverage was, from beginning to end, a tapestry of lies. If you watched the trial last week, you know that. But what about Kyle Rittenhouse himself? What is he like? Apart from his testimony in court, few Americans have ever heard his voice. Over the next hour, we're going to let Kyle Rittenhouse speak for himself. You can make up your own mind what you think. But before we start, one observation, which you can't resist making. It's hard to ignore the yawning class divide between Kyle Rittenhouse and his many critics in the media. Rittenhouse comes from the least privileged sector of our society. During high school, he worked as a janitor and a fry cook to help support his family. Last year, he got into college at Arizona State, and he's very proud of it. In the world Kyle Rittenhouse grew up in, it is not a given that kids go to college. It's not even close. During the course of our long conversation, Kyle Rittenhouse struck us as bright, decent, sincere, dutiful, and hardworking. Exactly the kind of person you'd want many more of in your country. He's not especially political. He never wanted to be the symbol of anything. Kyle Rittenhouse just wanted to keep violent lunatics from setting fire to cars. In the America he grew up in, that was considered virtuous. So if Rittenhouse seems a little bewildered at points during our interview, thinking back over the last year and what happened to him, that's probably why. A lot of the things he assumed were true about this country turned out not to be true at all. So in that way, he speaks for many of us. Here's Kyle Rittenhouse. So tell me, Kyle, how you wound up in Kenosha that day.
Well, it actually started on August 24th. I was working my job as a lifeguard at the Recplex in Kenosha County, and then the riots were still going on, and a curfew was implied. So I went to Dominic Black's house, and I stayed the night over there, and saw the videos of the riots and the arson going on.
What'd you think of it?
It was upsetting because Kenosha is my community.
Pay attention to use of community.
And I just was upset seeing my community up in flames.
Yeah, I bet you were. So you're at your friend's house that night. You've come back from working as a lifeguard.
Yes.
And then you decide to go in. First, you're cleaning up graffiti, correct?
Yes. So we say the night August. I say the night August 24th. We wake up in the morning and we're talking. We're like, let's go help our community. Let's go see what we can do. And we ended up at Ruthie Central High School where we were cleaning graffiti for a couple hours. And then we met with the owners of Car Source and we offered to protect their business from fires, making sure the rest of the other two properties didn't get burned down like they did.
You see, they saw a hustle.
And they agreed. We came back. We went back to Dominic's house and hung out there for a little bit. And then we went to Car Source to help protect the property and make sure it didn't set on fire again.
Protect the property.
What do you see?
When I get there, I see in the beginning, the morning of Ruthie Central, I see just spray paint everywhere. I see smoke coming from the Car Source that was burnt down, and it was quite upsetting because that was somebody's business that got destroyed.
Not yours.
So you said to the people who own the car lot, I want to protect your cars, and they said, yes, please.
I said, hey, if you, I asked if they needed any help, and they said, yes, if you can.
Where were the police?
I'm not sure really, because they have a hard job.
For sure.
But I didn't really think they got the support they needed. The National Guard should have been called August 23rd, but the city of Kenosha failed the community. The governor, Tony Evers, failed the community, and there should have been a lot more resources to help with that.
That's for sure. So you've been criticized for carrying a firearm into the scene. But it's obvious from the tape that a lot of people, you were not the only one with a firearm. There were rioters with firearms. Was that obvious to you?
Yes.
So you saw other people with guns?
I did. There was a lot of people there were rioters with firearms. I remember one very distinctly. Joshua Zeminski was walking around with a pistol in his hand all that night with Joseph Rosenbaum.
Where did you first see Rosenbaum?
The first time I saw Rosenbaum was the first time he threatened to kill me. It was at the corner of the Car Source lot that I was at primarily that night, and I was asking people if they needed medical, and he came up to me and Ryan Balch, and he said, if I catch any of you MFers alone, I'm going to effing kill you.
Had you ever seen him before?
I have not.
So you'd never seen this guy. He walks up and threatens to kill you out of nowhere.
Yes. It was quite shocking. I was like, why would somebody threaten to kill me? I'm just asking if people need help on both sides. I was there just to help anybody that needed, and shockingly, the only people I helped that night were rioters.
What kind of sense did you get from Rosenbaum? I mean, that sounds deranged.
When he threatened to kill me, I was like, what the heck just happened? I've never nobody's ever threatened to kill me up until that point. And I was like, that's not something you say to somebody.
How long after that was it that he tried to grab your rifle?
It was about an hour and a half later. And then there was actually a second time he said to the group, he said,
watch the pictures.
This is the second time he threatened to kill everybody. He said, I'm gonna effing kill you. I'm gonna cut your hearts out, you effing N-words.
Cut your hearts out?
Yes.
Did any of the rioters try and calm him down or stop him?
What I noticed is the rioters were trying to, like, they were, like, disassociating with him because he was, like, spewing the N-word around, and they just didn't seem to want to have anything to deal with him, the rioters.
Yeah. So he comes, he tries to grab your rifle, he gets shot. You decide at that point, unless I'm misremembering, you want to go turn yourself into the police.
Yes.
He ran to the police. We run from them.
I shoot Mr. Rosenbaum. He tried to grab my gun. I was running away. There was a gunshot behind me. After I shoot him, I run around the car because I was going to go render first aid to him. I wasn't able to because then there was a
Look at the
mob
video.
forming and calling for my execution to get him and kill him. And that's when I try to run to the police line and get to the police. And then I am attacked again.
By the guy who kicked you?
By Jump Kick Man, yes.
Jump Kick Man.
Whose identity we didn't know. It turns out the prosecution knew it and hid it.
So we found out November 7th, the prosecution, we went into the judge's chambers and the prosecution said, we identified Jump Kick Man, and the prosecution threw a fit a little bit. They didn't want us to interview him. They were like, well, he's a victim, and didn't want my investigators or my attorneys to interview him or ask him questions. They just wanted to do it private, non-recorded, and the judge said, no, it's going to be recorded. And then a couple hours later, they say, oh, he asked for immunity and we're not going to give it to him, so we're not going to be calling him as a witness.
Yeah, well, probably didn't want to talk about his criminal record.
Yeah.
So you're running, trying to get to the police lines. You see the mob coming after you. Let's execute him, they're saying. And then out of nowhere, you get dropped to the ground by the guy who kicks you in the head. Mm-hmm. Did you see him coming?
I did. To backtrack a little bit, actually, as I'm running, Gage Grosskreutz came up to me with his phone and put it in my face, and he said, what are you doing? Did you just shoot that man? And I told him, I'm going to the police. And he said, oh, okay, and ran off, and I kept running to get to the police. And that's when Anthony Huber strikes me with the skateboard as I'm running before I'm on the ground for the first time. And then I'm hit with a rock by somebody in a white tank top. And that's how I end up on the ground. And I have 4 people around me from what I remember. And I move my firearm in their direction and they back off with their hands up so I don't shoot them. And then Jump Kick Man keeps coming. And that's when I fire 2 shots at Jump Kick Man.
Wow. And you miss him and he kicks you?
Yes.
Then what
He'll
happens?
be in Congress in 10 years.
After Jump Kick Man is running off, Anthony Huber comes up and he grabs the barrel of my gun and then he hits me with his skateboard holding his trucks, and that's when I shoot him 1 time.
Where did he hit you with the skateboard?
He hit me in the back of the head, in the neck, the back of the head towards the neckline.
Did you think you were going to be killed at that point?
I did.
Then what happens?
And then after Mr. Huber attacks me, Mr. Grosskreutz puts his hands up, and then I have my rifle pointed in his direction for about a second. And then once I lower my rifle, I noticed that my ejection port is opened about an inch, and Mr. Grosskreutz said I pulled the charging handle, which never happened. I hit the forward assist to close the ejection port, and he sees me doing that or something. And this time, he runs at me, and he has his gun pointed directly at my head.
Did you see the gun?
I did.
Do you think he was going to shoot you?
I did. He had it pointed directly at my head, and that's when I shoot him 1 time. And he is no longer a threat to me at that point because he ran off after I fired that shot.
Did you realize you'd hit him?
I didn't know until later.
So then what happens?
There is a person directly in front of me, and I point my rifle in their direction, and he puts his hands up, and he's backing up, and I then turn around, start going to the police, and then I hear shots behind me, and I turn around and briefly raise my rifle to see if I'm being shot at, and then I realize I can't see who's shooting at me, so then I turn around and go back to the police car, towards the police line.
It's just, hearing this, it's just hard to believe this is happening in an American city.
Yeah.
So then you finally get up, you hear shots, you turn to see who's shooting at you, and then you finally make it to the police line.
Yes. Once I make it to the police cruiser, the police officer says, "Get back, get back, get back." One of them has a gun out and the other has pepper spray pointed at me. And I say, "Hey, I just had to shoot somebody. I just had to shoot somebody." And then they say, "Go home." And I didn't know this until...
Go home?
Yeah. The officer said to go home. I don't think he knew what happened or heard me. There's a lot of chaos going on.
Yes.
But apparently he pepper sprayed me. You can see it in the video, but I don't remember being pepper sprayed by him.
So then what happened?
I say, okay, I go back to the car source lot number 2. We've been referring to them. Car source 1 is the one that got burnt down. Car source 2 is the one that I was at primarily the entire night. And car source 3 is the one where I was attacked by Mr. Rosenbaum. I go back to car source lot number 2 and I tell everybody there what happened. I said I had to do it. I was just attacked. I was dizzy. I was vomiting. I couldn't breathe. And I was like, I wanted to turn myself in Kenosha. I wanted to turn myself into the police in Kenosha, but I wasn't able to because they weren't accepting visitors, apparently, with the barricades and the fence up. So we ended up turning myself into the Antioch Police Department.
So you drove back across state lines, as we're now calling it. Funny. You couldn't even turn yourself in.
No, it was like I had to go to Antioch Police Department, which, to my understanding, is the closest police department to Kenosha.
Why do you think people were burning car source? What does that have to do with civil rights?
I don't know. I think it was opportunists taking advantage of the BLM movement. I agree with the BLM movement. I agree everybody has the right to protest and assemble, but I do not agree that people have the right to burn down. I don't appreciate that people are burning down American cities to try to spread their message. I think there's other ways to go around and do that.
Well, I agree with that completely. So you turn yourself into Antioch Police. What do you think is going to happen at that point to you?
I didn't know. I was in shock. My head was spinning from being hit in the head multiple times. I had some minor injuries. I just didn't know. I didn't know I was going to be arrested for defending myself because everything was on video. But part of the reason I think I was arrested is because of the mob mentality. And they were like, yeah, we're just going to arrest him, even though there was videos already out showing me being attacked and having to defend myself.
See his video. Did you see all the video?
When was it that you were arrested?
That they had.
I was arrested on August 25th.
Everything. They had it all
6 a.m. I was formally arrested without a criminal complaint being drafted. They didn't know what they were charging me with yet. They just arrested me.
At home?
At Antioch Police Department.
What'd your parents say when you called them and told them what had happened?
I didn't call my mom after I saw her, and she was in shock. She was like, she wanted to go into hiding, and I said, no, the right thing to do would be to turn myself in. I didn't do anything wrong.
So you knew that from the very beginning?
I knew that. A lot of people are like, oh, Kyle had time to meet with his attorneys to come up with this amazing defense of self-defense. No, that's not the case. This has been 100% self-defense from the beginning, and I didn't know there was 100 cameras. But I did know I was attacked, and I defended myself.
He expects justice from his system.
What would have happened to you if there hadn't been the amount of video that there is?
I can't even imagine. I don't think we'd be sitting here right now having this talk, Tucker.
That's for sure. You'd never get out. Rittenhouse knows perfectly well the only reason he's free is because he can prove what actually happened thanks to those videos, but it didn't prevent him from going to jail anyway. He did for a longer period than most people understand. During that time, he picked up a couple of attorneys who said they would help him. In his view, they badly abused him and his family and their trust. They'll tell you a lot about that in just a minute, and about the prosecutors. Also, a quick programming note, we had cameras behind the scenes throughout much...
There you go. That was the Kyle Rittenhouse interview. I thought it was important that we listen to it in full. First of all, white America just got a new hero. Secondly, I really thought that it was important for us to listen for being on code. Because he never left it. He never left it. Riis, I want to talk to the people. Give us a call. 872, you can take that out. 872-259-7474. I wrote down as I was listening to it a lot of words that jumped out to me. The thing that jumped out to me the most was my community. How our word, remember how community used to be, what it used to mean, and now how it's being morphed. It stood out to me. He said that me and Dominic, we offer to protect. I don't know that they had a security service. What is it? What were they marketing? For a 17-year-old. Luther Central. Think you gotta think about what he was trying to convey, that I was here to help the black people. Luther Central. We came to clean up the school and the graffiti. Which was somebody's business. The protection of property. Where were the police? Notice how he made himself a champion of the police in that. Where were the police? I'm sure they had too much. Their hands were full. I don't think they need to get more resources. Some other things I thought I heard that jumped out to me. They should remember. He said they should have they should have called out the National Guard. Notice he took a direct shot at Governor Tony Evers. Then I don't know if you heard him talking about his gun when he talked about the ejection port and he talked all the technicalities of it. Jump kick man. I don't know if you all watched the video, and we were talking about the medics and all of that stuff. I don't know if you saw the guy who he shot in the arm, who had a backpack equipped with all of the medical supplies and things that meant that they came to go to war. I think both of them, you heard them talk about him doing medical treatment, etc. Like, it's a lot that was going on in that conversation that I feel like we needed to hear. But I also thought that it was so crazy to hear him be on code like that. Ruthie. Uh-oh. I've seen that side of Talk to me.
I don't really care enough, Maze.
Okay. Well, when we come back, I want to talk about it. Goes back to you know what I heard? A person knowing what to do when they killed somebody.
No, he knew what to say.
Right.
If you watch the video, he did not know what to do. He did not know. That's the problem. People want to act like they got all this training.
He hit his targets. He came back alive. The
police let him go. I told him maybe they didn't hear me. I told them I had just killed someone.
Go home.
It's PR more than anything.
I'm saying this.
It's all PR.
You looking at your next congressman from I don't know if it's gonna be Antioch or it's gonna be Wisconsin.
No, because they got him throwing that hand sign up.
They got current congressmen throwing up that hand sign. Look, y'all, we gonna talk about it some
more. All you gotta do is apologize. Like
Mm-hmm.
we seen that Biden called us and what monkeys like that. They just say I'm sorry. It was a different part of my life. Saying I've evolved from that.
I mean, we done seen people in blackface.
If you peep game, basically like how after the police shoot somebody, they get time to get a report and they get to amend their reports. Same thing that you just watching right there. He used all the proper language. I tried to render aid. Stop playing.
I think
sound good.
All of that, 100%. But I think he knows who his target audience is. Ooh,
he on Fox News. Target. I just can't with the propaganda. I can't even. It makes me sick to my stomach to have to sit here and listen to this and even attempt to analyze this.
Okay.
Well, we know it's all BS. We know it's all propaganda.
we all need to go register for our gun class. That's what I'm going to tell you. Because they are prepared. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
WIIFTBP.
Oh, man. They done messed around and gave New Era Chicago their own radio show. What they do that for?
You done messed up! So what we doing, bro?
Man, we talk about power.
Did you say power?
Not rights and equality, but power. We ain't begging, we building.
In that order, Chicago, and we got dope segments. Hey, yo, sis, holla at them.
Peace and love, family. It's Sister E of New Era Chicago in the building, dropping the statistics, holistics, and of course the ballistics. Good for the mind, body, and the soul. Let's get it, family.
And this your boy D Cook coming with straight facts. If you don't know, now you know.
And this is your other sister, Omo Oya Music, coming in peace, love, and light, getting real with my people so we can quit with the bull spit.
And this brother E, and I'm gonna wrap it up with the power surge.
Listen, it's going down every Wednesday night, 5 to 6 p.m. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It's the Black Power Hour, New Era Chicago Radio on What's in It for the Black People Media.
All power to the people.
All power to the people.
All love it.
Yeah, I love being black. Hey, do this for my people.
And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 7:37 a.m. and I'm Riis the Ruler with your traffic and weather report. On the Kennedy O'Hare to the Loop is 57 minutes. Outbound to O'Hare is 22. On the Edens Deerfield to Exchange, 53 minutes. Exchange back out to Deerfield will be 28. On the Eisenhower is 49 minutes from Thorndale to the Loop, 32 minutes back out to Thorndale. On the Stevenson from I-355 to the Dan Ryan will be 49 minutes, 33 minutes outbound. The Bishop Ford is 36 minutes from I-80 to the Dan Ryan, 30 minutes back out to I-80. The Dan Ryan is now 20 minutes to the Loop, 15 minutes back out to 95th. Accident on Lakeshore Drive, but it's clear south, so from 55th to Jackson is 8 minutes. Jackson to 55th will be 7. A little bit different on the north side of things. Randolph to Bryn Mawr is still 8, but Bryn Mawr back to Randolph will be 23. Here's today's weather. Today is currently 27 degrees and mostly sunny. Today will be a high of 43 with a low of 25. I'm Riis the Ruler. Here's I Love Being Black here on the Maze Jackson Show.
The skin I'm in fit me fine, tailor-made, yeah, I'm comfortable. And so it seems I'm still chasing my dreams. They told me, watch my steps, they want to pull the rug from under you. This is transparency, my life 3D. You live every word that I utter, reporting live from the gutter. Where the mind's hard to change, but we don't give up on our brothers and sisters. Cause we all need one another. The time's getting closer, revolution, feel it coming. I can smell it in the air. Inhale it, let it embody you. Because chances are the cops pull you over, they body you. Plus we don't trust each other, so it's just another obstacle. Why jump hurdles to make a change? It ain't optional. Olympian mindset in this booth with my binoculars. I see my vision getting clear. Justice what a prophet do. My music touch the people's soul. Black power gospel tunes. So many styles, watch me kick them like they soccer moves. Falling rank and file, this is my platoon. Soldiers at attention, ain't no Willie lynching. This the program. Who they think they kidding? Reinvent the system. Total reconstruction of our mental stigma. This ain't a game, boy. Still they think I'm talking about Nintendo's. That's a shame, boy. Augment reality. Better fix your brain, boy.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Ruthie Moore, in the building. Got my man, DJ Riis the Ruler. Yo, cuz, I seen it yesterday. I think we are looking at the new future of how it will look, how they will look. I think that we have been... I think when you look at what happened with Kyle Rittenhouse, I think that he has done thus far is on the PR tour to make sure that he doesn't come off like I feel like he is. Remember when we was talking about yesterday the people in Downers Grove who were the genteel white folks who were racial but didn't want to appear as racist. We're not the Proud Boys. We don't want to be those guys. I feel like Kyle Rittenhouse he is the perfect kind of candidate that wins in those swing districts. And I think he is going to be, for white America, positioned as a hero. Yeah, that's what I think. Riis, we got phone calls? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. I want to know what you got out of that. I want to know what you heard. Give me a call. Go ahead. Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show.
Hey, good morning. What's going on, Maze?
What up, James?
Hello?
Big Slim, thank you for the $100 too, dog.
Oh, I appreciate it. No doubt, bro. No doubt. Two things I want to say, man. I don't want to get off the topic, but your boy Ray Lopez, man, that dude, he cannot be trusted, bro. He stay on Fox News, and you should listen to how he tries to paint community versus the police department. I understand he's gallying for running for office, and he don't like Lori Lightfoot, but to sit there and listen to him throw our community under the bus every chance he get on that station, man, he live on that station, man. He's a slime ball to me. I know that's your boy, and you have him on here frequently, but he's not to be trusted, brother. I want to put that out there.
Riis, hold on, James. Yeah, I don't really trust too many. Shoot, bro. I be telling y'all I got trust issues. I don't barely trust people I be with on the regular. So
absolutely.
So that's not something we got to worry about.
He has an agenda, brother, and he is not. I wouldn't say he's an ally to our community. I think he's going to use our community. Put it that way.
I think he is typical of most politicians, most elected officials.
Yeah, you got a point. That's true, but he's a slime ball to me, and I'm not a Lori supporter at all. But I see him for who he is.
Let me ask a question, James, real quick though. Give me a question. Who do you think stands up for us? Who do you find as an admirable politician, elected official?
That's an admirable politician.
Who do you think?
A politician
or elected official?
No politician.
Okay, so I'm gonna take umbrage with that, but that's my point. So I think like we have,
I get it.
We have different experts. You said because he comes on over here.
I think there's a politician that has compassion for our community and that understands our community, and I just see him as an opportunity. Like, and I see him using our dissatisfaction towards Lori for his gain.
Got it.
That's the way I feel.
Okay. I get it.
And he be on Fox News too much for me. First of all, that's a red flag right there.
Okay.
Secondly, this interview, I got nothing out of it. It was what I expected. I expected them to sanitize this guy. I expected him to go on this PR tour, and you're right. He's gonna be prominent in the white community. He don't run for an office.
He gonna be
because that's the type of mentality that saturates a lot of these white institutions in this country. That mentality right there. He is definitely a hero to I would say the majority of the white community, and this is why he's on Fox News because of that. They are master deceivers, man. By nature, they are what they are. They come to you with a smile, a pat on the back, and they might even help you out here and there. I'm talking about both sides, but they are they are wicked scientists. Bottom line, that's who they are. So I'm not shocked at all. I expected exactly what they're doing for him. I expected that.
Okay.
Because this is their mentality when it comes to us. But brother, I want to say congratulations, man. I hope
who is the us?
When it comes to, I'm talking about when it comes to black people.
Okay.
Period.
Okay.
Period. They don't like us, brother. I don't give a damn. Your neighbor, you're married to them. They don't like us, bro.
I concur. All right, thanks, James Big Slim. Hey, and the telethon. Hold on. Let me get the number real quick for y'all. $14,769.27. We need what's 27? What's that? 63 cents. We need somebody to round that up to 15,000. Right? 14,769.27 cents is what we raised from the telethon. For those of you that asked, that's gross. That's not net. We gotta still pay the band. We still gotta pay the sound man and all that good stuff. All right, go to the live line. Riis, you on the No, not Riis. Caller, you on the Maze Jackson show. Thoughts?
Good morning, Maze Jackson.
Oh, Byron.
Byron,
hey, Riis, stick on your boy.
I got to be nice.
Look, yesterday, yesterday, Byron said that Riis is his soulmate. Like he is like he the only one that understand him on the radio station. Go ahead, Riis. Go ahead, Byron.
No, I just want to make a few points. If the guy the skateboard had got Kyle down on the ground and he didn't have that gun, what would have happened to him? That's one question. And you know what would have happened to that boy, right? Maze, don't laugh. You don't give both sides of the story. I saw it happen to a cat downtown Chicago. One guy cop blocked him. He got him on the ground. They kick him. His eyes, his arm, everything's messed up. Who wants to be in that position? That's what you're doing in CAC. CAC helps you a little bit because you got to get a beat on these cats. Because once they get you down, you're done. The deal is do not let these cats get you down. And for that previous caller, why is 30,000 families moving out of Chicago? Is it because of white racism? Or is it something else? It's crime. Now let's go back to Kyle now. That conversation, I was impressed with that 18-year-old person to compose himself to do an interview on any TV station. I said, I hope my brothers and sisters learn from that guy because that guy was well taught. What you say, Maze?
I don't say he going for they gonna run him for
No. Just look at how he composed himself and how he spoke. Is that a CPS kid? Yes or no? Is that a CPS kid? Yes or no, Maze?
What's CPS got to do with it?
No, be truthful. Be truthful, Maze. Come on now.
No, I'm saying he could have went to Walter Payton. What is you talking about? CPS
that's
got
what
grade
I'm saying.
school.
But outside of the magnet schools,
what does CPS got to do with him? If I had the best legal, let me just tell you what. Let me just tell you this.
Yes, sir.
If I had $2 million in my GoFundMe, I'm gonna get media prepped. I'm gonna have me a guy that's gonna make sure I'm straight. They're going to. Let me say this. I think what you got to hold on, Byron.
Okay, go ahead.
To me, Kyle Rittenhouse is taking the stigma out of the fear out of all that white power and this stuff, making it palatable for suburban white women who flipped over the last time to come back. I'm telling you, they see in that kid again. I was looking at them having him message, right? Giving messaging and again trying to test. Don't be surprised if that dude runs for office in the next 3 to 5 years. And in the meantime, he's going to be on a world tour getting rich off of, again, well, we still got no justice. Because, again, this is our fight. And ours ended to me in this whole space when the police got dismissed completely. With our pursuit of justice was gone at that point. I'm sorry.
Agree with you on that.
Okay.
Agree with you on that. But everybody uses the opportunity to get what they want, right? Everybody does that. Both sides does it, right? Mm-hmm. Even the mayor of Chicago, she criticized him. I mean, she's a prosecutor. She used to be a prosecutor. But the evidence, you have to look at the evidence, Maze. I know you looked at the evidence. I'm telling you, anybody come and hit you upside your head with a skateboard, it's not nice. And that kick man, you see that kick man? He did a full extension on that guy. He did a full extension. He was lucky he had that gun. Otherwise, he would have been done. And you know it.
Byron, I think
and your co-host next to you.
I think you being a contrarian today. I don't think that CPS had nothing to do
No,
with this.
I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be nice, Maze. Please, let me be nice.
That wasn't nice. Look, who else we got on the line? You bogus, Byron. Who else on the line, Reese? We got any other callers? Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show. Hey, man, Killer Kyle. This is what I think. There's a few things that I thought. When we had a conversation with, if y'all remember, I said we're going to have concealed carry class December 18th and 19th at TP. I was thinking as I was listening to Killer Kyle, a few things. One, I thought about who can utilize this guy for elected office. The second thing that I thought, though, and I think Byron did hit on it. I thought that very similar to police. Let me back up. I feel like he was very well prepared. Ness and I were having a conversation, and I think Vince Bass and I were having a conversation about after you get your concealed carry. I think they told me the first person they would call would not be the police. The first people they would call would be the group that defended the shooters, and then they would call the NRA, etc. I think what I heard there, and a lot of what I heard in that conversation, were points that I think we should pay attention to. It's why I suggest that we have a concealed carry class, December 18th and 19th. I think he was prepared for his defense from the moment that he landed in Kenosha. You seem like you got something to say, Ruthie. Go ahead.
I think Byron blew me. And I think that part of it is our inability to wrap our arms around our children the way that these white people do. You see how Kyle on code?
That's what I was trying to tell y'all from the beginning.
But as you can see, his village, his community has wrapped their arms around him. And we lack that. So in spite of, I think it's important that we wrap our arms around our children.
I think that's a valid point. I think that he just never broke code. Whatever that code is.
And he trained.
And again, that's kind of what I was saying in the beginning. When we started the conversation, I was like, man, y'all pay attention to this dude. He took class. He knew how to use his firearm. He came home. They didn't.
But he went. Kyle Rittenhouse, his outcome was exactly what he went there to do.
No debate. And walked away from it unscathed. And now
the system is set up and designed for him to do exactly what he did.
No debate. Absolutely no debate. But when we don't train, I think that what my whole point.
Train to do what, Maze?
I
think
think
about what was happening to black people when we did.
So should we not?
I'm just saying, but like we gotta acknowledge like that we ain't just been out here as a defenseless people. Like people have tried to mobilize using firearms. What happened?
And what I'm saying is, I can't speak for what happened before. I'm telling you that as we talked about yesterday, it is happening around us. There is a civil war occurring. We talked about yesterday, seriously. Like when we was on this Kyle Rittenhouse says that they can come to your area. They can come. When I said we was watching the white folks on the Dan Ryan, and this guy went there and said, y'all shouldn't have shut it down. I asked, who is on defense in our neighborhoods for us right now? We got New Era Chicago, right? I told y'all last week, I slept. I think when I was listening to Kyle Rittenhouse, it seemed to me that he was saying all of the same things that Vince Bass told me was on the back of the car that they got in their wallet. That Ness said that they got in the back. The things that you learned in. Now, I'm not saying the justice system is going to work that way. I'm not suggesting that at all. But I am suggesting that we gotta be a little bit more prepared. A little bit more. For me, Maze Jackson personally, the wake-up call, my wake-up call and sleeping on what white people capable of happened 2 weeks ago. It did. They got the...
How far in Kenosha is Daquan gonna get with an automatic weapon?
I'm talking about in Chicago. I'm saying this white boy came too. So we should lay down?
But I'm just saying,
should we lay down?
We gotta be realistic. Like,
we shouldn't get to take a concealed carry class.
Okay, so if we know that the system don't work the same way for us that it worked for them,
6 or 12.
Like, we know that the system don't work the same way.
6 or 12.
I'm with you. I hear what you're saying. I'm just not gonna discount his history and what happens when black people do decide. So that's what the preparedness is for. We know we got guns.
I think we often have guns.
The training aspect, it's deeper than training. Like, and I know that you got to start somewhere, but it's mentality shifting that has to happen. Them people was on code. Super on code.
And so if you say
with the gloves and the equipment, the mentality.
That's where we started at the beginning of this conversation. The whole point of listening to him was that was an example of being on code. Right? And everybody in the whole entire you don't hear white folks saying, damn it, he went to CPS. You don't. When we were on the Dan Ryan, and what brought this thing to reality to me was when we were on the Dan Ryan, I tell y'all the story about the white boy that I thought was the police. He had a thing in his ear. He walking around. He got his hat on. He got his glasses on, looking material, looking like a police officer until the police said, move out the way. And at that point, that was when I realized, like, damn, it's somebody here watching. Now, maybe that's naive of me to not recognize that was the reality. But then when I think about this Kyle Rittenhouse doing that, and I'm thinking now about our protests and who is engaging and who are the people and who's on defense for us, I just got a different set of awareness. And for me, I would tell you that my wake-up call, and I'll say that in a minute, was recognizing that for all of this stuff that I taught, I would have been more on guard for a black person than a white person. And that moment is when I was like, I would have hopped out the whip like, yo, we on. And I just think when you look at what just happened, they're on offense. I'm not going to Kenosha. But I know if I'm standing on Madison and Oakley, I want to be prepared. Look, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. We want to thank everybody who tuned in on WBGX 1570 AM. We're going to continue. We're going to move on from this conversation. We got a call still? We'll take the 2 calls, and then we're going to move on to the CPS school sex scandal when we come back. It's the Maze Jackson Show. What's the matter? Take a break. We'll get you when we come back, caller. We'll be right back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
WIIFTBP. What's up, everybody? It's the green side of things. It's your man Sadiq
and Cassiopeia,
and we need you to like, comment, and share. We need you to do it right now and join us at our new day and time, Wednesdays from 1 to 3 p.m. on What's in It for the Black People Movement.
If If you're a business professional, have you ever wanted to multitask on your way to an important meeting instead of navigating through traffic? Fellowship Fleet Limousine and Bus Company is your solution for chauffeured ground transportation. Our company provides sedans, SUVs, stretch limousines, vans, and buses for corporate travel, airport transfers, and group shuttles. If you're a corporate travel manager, individual business professional, event or meeting planner, relax. Let us take the wheel. Visit fellowshipfleet.com to book right now.
And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 8:01 a.m. and I'm Riis the Ruler with your Chicagoland area traffic and a weather report. In traffic, in the Kennedy O'Hare to the Loop is still 57 minutes. Outbound to O'Hare is 19 on the Edens. Inbound from Deerfield to the Exchange will be 54 minutes. Exchange back out to Deerfield will be 28. On the Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop is an hour and 2. Back out to Thorndale is 31 minutes. On the Stevenson is 48 minutes from I-355 to the Dan Ryan and 38 minutes outbound. On the Bishop Ford from I-80 to the Dan Ryan will be 36 minutes. 27 minutes back out to I-80. The Dan Ryan is now 21 minutes to the Loop. 15 minutes back out to 95th. On DuSable Lakeshore Drive, accident cleared up. So from the south side, from 55th to Jackson, as well as Jackson back out to 55th, will be 8 minutes. On the north side of things, Randolph to Bryn Mawr, 8 minutes. Bryn Mawr to Randolph is now 12. Today's weather is currently 28 and mostly sunny. Today will be a high of 43 with a low of 25. I'm Riis the Ruler, and just like the video we just seen, here's terrorism here on The Maze Jackson Show.
Today, the Biden administration is releasing what it calls a new strategy to fight domestic terrorism. Following a 100-day review, federal officials are now laying out a new plan hoping to deter, detect, and prosecute domestic terror.
They went to the Capitol waving their flags and looking for smoke. He was out there looking for justice. They was over there looking for votes. Ashley Babbitt was with him and told all the people that nothing could stop us. She climbed through the Capitol window, breached security, and called a shot, bro. The media say she a veteran. They paint the picture to make her look greater, but she disrespected the same country that she served. That makes her a traitor. They was fighting police, resisting arrest. On God, I couldn't believe it. I guess blue lives only tend to really matter when it's convenient.
Oh, yeah, I know.
These are the times we real history, all because they didn't get a victory. United States is so contradictory. We get equal rights, that's a mystery. Yeah. They more like magicians, you know they got tricks up their sleeve. We point out the flaws that's up in this country, you know they gon' tell us to leave. Somebody try to help me understand it. Always seems like a double standard. They be out here leaving us empty-handed to certain rights we are not granted. The media is the culprit when it comes to the comparison. Cause when it comes to race, they always changing up the narrative. Terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know what we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know what we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know what we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. We still out here trying to get our reparations, but the government pump faking out here hesitating. I'm out here trying to keep my peace, so I keep meditating. The media make us look bad, they taint our reputation. Look, it's so sad that COVID causing toe tags. You claim you so patriotic, but you ain't wearing no mask. You out here wildin' with your MAGA flags and showing your ass. You wanna be part of some type of revolution so bad. Look, you talk revolution and constitutional rights, homie. I guess we forgot about back in the days when all of the business was whites only. Yeah. George Floyd got justice. Juneteenth got much respect. They made it a national holiday. Man, it's all good, but cut the check. They're giving out all of these vaccines, putting it in you like caffeine. Was it all in the part of the plan? I bet money like DraftKings. It's land of the free, home of the brave. 1776, we wasn't free till 1865, so we wasn't part of that shit. And that there is terrorism.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stoger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it,
You can still tell him Maeve said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to Senate. We need some different players in the game to handle business. So many shady characters like Madigan and Blotto. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA gets spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let this give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And up the seal carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this is a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Ruthie Moore, in the building. DJ Riis, the ruler. Riis, we got 2 more calls. I want to do something real quick, though. I want to, and I don't know that I specifically knew this sister, but I did see so much love going out to her. So, rest in peace, Christia Donaldson. She was an attorney, but she also built her startup, Thank God It's Natural, into a $5 million line of hair care products. I saw an outpouring of love for her this weekend on social media. I don't know that I knew her specifically, but clearly she was impactful. Did you know her? She was clearly impactful in the marketplace. And so to all of her friends and family, we want to offer our condolences. It's always a shame when someone first of all, it's always a shame when people die before their time. And a young whippersnapper with, that building a $5 million hair care line locally. It's a big deal, right? Especially considering Chicago was one of the hair care capitals in the world. I don't know if we still hold that. We sold it all. All right, Riis, we got 2 more calls. Then we're going to move on. 3. Yep. All right. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. What you got to say? It's the Maze Jackson Show. 4.
Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning, Brother Maze. How are you?
I'm great. Who is this?
Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Mr. Hill. Mr. Hill, I'm calling you out of Philadelphia.
Out of where?
Out of Philadelphia.
Oh, Philly. All right. We worldwide in this piece. Tell Beanie Siegel I said what's up on the Broad Street Bullies. All right, what's going on?
Well, I want to say that I've been watching you and your group, and I'd like to big up you and your group, and I'd like to say that I have something very important that I'd like to share with you. I cannot do that over the phone. Certain things we must be on code. and we must have sit-down conversations with one another. But let me give you my phone number, which is 267-831-8518. 267.
We got it.
831-8518. Okay, I will not talk this issue with you about over the phone. I'm coming to Chicago, and I'm going to sit with you and your group. I'm hopeful that maybe we can have Brother Tyrone Muhammad and the New Era group, possibly, because you guys are on code, and I want to talk with you guys. I got a game-changing situation for African Americans. So I look forward to talking to you, my brother. My name is Daryl Hill.
All right. Oh, I've seen you before, Daryl Hill. All right, cool. All right, Daryl. We appreciate you. Philly. Hey, y'all heard that. Philadelphia. Next caller. Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show.
Peace, Maze. This is Q.
What up, Mark Quinn McDonald? The Chicago's Black Ninja. What's going on, brother?
I just wanted to say just a couple of things. One, I agree with you completely that we need to be trained. That's been, as you already know, that's been my goal as far as educating people on that. It's not. I don't want people thinking about what we will be allowed to do. Is what we're prepared to do. And so, the fact of the matter is that a lot of us aren't prepared to save our own selves or to defend ourselves against anything. That's on an individual level or on a community level. And so we definitely have to have that conversation. Also, if it's okay with you, I would like to go ahead and sponsor somebody for that concealed carry class. And so, and hoping that will push somebody to get that, to actually go for that. Because it's crucial. It is absolutely necessary, especially being Black people, that we have all of our every factor of our lives together. That's from self-defense to education to nutrition, everything. So I would like to go ahead and sponsor somebody if that's cool with you.
Hey, brother, you definitely can. First of all, Q, you need to be part of what we're doing and making sure we're doing it all right. So definitely, without a doubt, and matter of fact, we're going to have you come in and you'll get that sponsorship away on air. We want to highlight what you're doing as well. Hey, man. And then we're going to send our What's in It for the Black People crew so we can learn how to be karate mans. Because I want to learn how to do the pint of blood technique. You know, we go,
I just want to make sure that
and then a pint of blood drop out of them, just like that.
No, I just want to make sure that my jump kick is right. You know what I'm saying?
Jump kick, man.
I want to be jump kick man, too.
Hey, man, I'm going to tell you, I used to practice the jump kick, but Riis, you can't do no jump kick because your jeans too tight. Ooh. Y'all be wearing too tight.
I got you.
He said he got you, Riis. All right, Q, we got to have you in the building, man. All right, let's start talking about that defense. I think Kyle was on offense. I'm just talking about straight up defense.
Hold on, mate.
I'm just talking about straight up defense. It's the caller on the Maze Jackson Show. Who on the bill? Who on the joint? Caller?
Hey, Maze, this is Courtney.
Courtney 761. What's up, dog? You got the floor. Go ahead.
All right, and what the last brother just said, it's more about, what are you going to do? All right, so, I teach concealed carry. So a lot of people, they get their concealed carry. After they take their concealed carry, they take no other courses. They don't go train. They don't go anything. So when we talk about being on code, you learn in other classes. You learn from other people what to say, what not to say when you get it. If you're going to go through an interrogation, more than likely you're going to say, I'm going to plead the fifth. Let my lawyer talk to you all. All right. So that's continuation of education. Don't just get your concealed carry and then go buy you a gun and then go buy you, and then it just sits. Right? We can't just sit there and just let all this time go by to where we're not continuously training. Me as an instructor, I'm always in someone's class because it's continuing education. When we talk about the code or being on code, you got to know what to say. I neutralized the threat. I felt that he was a threat to me. Right? Why did you keep shooting? Like we talking in the black neighborhood. We say, well, why do you have to shoot him so many times? You shoot until you neutralize the threat, or the threat is no longer a threat. But we don't have these conversations. This is what we have at 761st. This is what we talk about. That's why I want to come on your show and let you know, and let all the people know.
Could you bring the guns too?
There's more classes than just
concealed carry. It's a start.
So here's me.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, don't apologize. Yo, I think everybody has their wake-up moment or their moment. I'm going to tell you my wake-up moment really came last week because when the police asked me what I thought I was going to do, I thought I was going to put 12 holes in dude. It didn't work out that way. Mm-hmm. And my thing, and then watching this Kyle Rittenhouse, I felt like he went through the checklist. He had a checklist of things that he knew to say when it went down to do whatever he did. Now, he has the benefit of being white, but he was on offense. I just want to make sure that we on defense. Like, we had this event on Friday where there was an obvious threat that came in. Go ahead.
Let me bring this up, right? So I went up to Milwaukee, Wisconsin with my AR-15. I sent you two pictures on your Maze Jackson show. Either it's a DM. Check them.
Okay.
I'm up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin with my AR-15. This goes to Ruthie point. I go up to Milwaukee to protect the Jacob Blake family, right? And I have my AR-15 right there on my chest. Before then, I went to Michigan. I went to the capital of Michigan. I walked into the capital of Michigan to use the bathroom with the AR-15 to my chest. You'll see Q in the picture. One thing I hate in the conversation, well, we can't do that because we black. You know what? I don't care. I just don't care. I deal with them consequences. As long as I know the law and I know what's permissible, what was not even just permissible. As long as I know the law, I'm not going to hold myself in that bounds of that because I'm black. I can't do that. No. So when do we take a stand?
Well, here's what I want to do. I just want to make sure if we take a stand that we know what we standing up with, like that we just know. I'm not. Can I tell y'all what? I want to be clear. Mm-hmm. I am not going to be dropping down into Georgia with my AR-15 to be. I'm not on that. That's not me. We got people for offense.
I fly to Georgia all the time.
But here's me. I'm not on offense, but I sure want to be ready to defend myself. Corey, we're going to definitely have you on the show. You got to bring my man Quasey with you too, because you know Quasey is our original guy. But we definitely going to have shout out to 761 and tell him where 761st. Tell him where y'all meet at, bro, and tell him when y'all have y'all meetings.
We meet at Eagle Sports Range. We just had an open meeting. Now we got the Christmas party coming up, so we probably pick back up with the open meetings in January. But we meet at Eagle Sports Range. We meet every third Saturday. 11 o'clock. Every third Saturday, 11 o'clock. You can find us online, 761st Gun Club. Type it in, 761st Gun Club.com. Type it in.
That's my man, Corey Bill, bro. Corey, we're going to have you on the show, dog. We're going to definitely have it, but you got to bring the guns, dog. You got to bring the guns. All right, last one. Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Shizzo for Shizzo.
Good morning, Maze, Ruthie, and Riis. I just want to share a quick, a few insights, about white people. When they say it's not about race, trust me, it's about race. When they say it ain't about money, trust me, it's about the money. When they say it ain't about sex, it's about the sex. And, what really irked me about this Rittenhouse trial, was that crooked judge got to hide behind that jury. And that really got to me, But, it was like Rosie was saying a couple days ago. They keep poking the bear, and the bear is us. They want us to, just flash out. And, the quote Reverend Jackson, you're not going to have 50 brothers with shotguns go up against the greatest army in the world and think you're going to come out on top. They want us to attack so they can annihilate half of us, maybe all of us, and they got a big break on these reparations. So, that's my thoughts. and enjoy the show. Stay strong.
Thank you, brother. So here's my thought. Oh, shout out to, was it Mark Lee? Mark Lee wants to sponsor. Hold on, let me check. Mark Lee said he wants to sponsor a person for the concealed carry class as well. December 18th and 19th, we are going to be having our own concealed carry class at TP. If you are interested, tomorrow the link will be up and you can register. I felt like Kyle was like the stay ready dude, like the epitome of stay ready. And I think, I always say white people are safer in our neighborhoods than us. And I just think we got to start being a little bit more vigilant. Just a little bit more vigilant. I thought that he did a great job of talking to his audience and allowing himself to be like, I'm not a racist. He even supports the Black Lives Matter movement. Mm. Right? I think sometimes I would listen to him talk about community. Right? Who can argue with community? I watched a lot of code language going through that conversation. And I thought there was 2 speeches going on. But I do know that, I think it's important that we know what they're doing sometimes. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Ruthie Moore, you got anything else on this one? All right. Well, we are going to move it. You see how Ruthie put the anchor on the show? You see how she put a brick on it? See? She was like, she did an Aquarian to me. She just did the Aquarius.
I'm with it. I'm
You already got yours.
I'm a gun advocate.
A gun is bigger than her.
I grew up with grandfathers and great uncles who were a part of the NRA, like hunting, shooting guns outside for fun, like all that stuff. Like grew up doing that. Still do target practice outside. Y'all practicing inside on some ranges.
So you was practicing shooting real.
You got to practice with the wind. But I mean,
with the wind. What you?
Ruthie is a killer. I told y'all. I told you.
But it's really, it's a
mindset.
It's a mindset, and I think that it's varying degrees related to that mindset. I don't trust everybody in high pressure situations. I just don't.
I agree.
I think, especially not with no firepower.
And I'm saying part of that is to me that's part of why we got to train. Right, and I think I have been loath to get, like, I feel like I'm just telling you. Last week I was like, oh, right, like, he got the drop on me, and I ain't gonna even lie. I had a whole different plan, and let me say, and that's just like I said, I'm not gonna be New Era Chicago. I'm not gonna be Tyrone Muhammad, but I tell you what. Mm-hmm. If you come up in my house, or if you come in our perimeter, or if we got people, if we got people on offense and the offense break down and people on defense, let me tell you what you ain't gonna have to worry about. We gonna defend ours. And I'm just telling you, I feel like I look, that day when we were standing on the bridge, if it was Kyle Rittenhouse, he could have killed every black person on that bridge. Because nobody was even paying attention to him. It was only when that cop I'm telling you, we immediately went to giving him authority. He looked official. He had some glasses. People started getting out his way. He talking on a walkie-talkie. And it was only when the white police officer came up, like, man, if you don't get your ass up out of it. Like, he was like standing next to the police officer, like, we teammates. And the white cop was like, if you don't get your ass off this bridge, like I told everybody, get their ass off this bridge. And that's when I looked at his shoes, and I was like, what the hell? What is he doing here?
Like you said, business, making a little money. You need us to protect your property. It just reminds me of how the white people used to form the militias and go terrorize the black people.
And I'm just saying that every story we hear is us. Let me tell you, we had some soldiers, though. Like, I mean, you think about it, when you think about a lot of them stories, they begin with a black dude being like, hold on, dog, I just got back from the war, from getting my head knocked around, from shooting, living for you, and now y'all trying to tell you gonna call me a nigga? Tell me I gotta take off my uniform? Hold on. And I think one of the things that we miss in these stories is we never hear a story of us defending our own and standing up. Every story we got is we got ran over. We laid down. We just said no, we don't want no problems. And all I'm saying is, you know how we always say white people are safer in the black neighborhood than black people? Somebody, what'd you say? What'd you say, Riis? I was just saying, no, we do say white people, right? Whether they a cluck, whether they the police, whether they the man, whether they some social service, they could walk around and they walk through under all of that cover and could be the same people that we don't know who we still ain't solved none of these murders. That Kyle Rittenhouse just made me say, yo, cuz they got the whole thing laid out.
They are fighting for the survival of their race.
And guess who
they the same way we are, but they are actually grouping themselves together and tactically handling the situation.
And I say, yo, cuz, that ain't everybody's job to be on offense. But I do feel like it's everybody's job to be on defense. If you can't defend, then you ain't got nothing. Think about you whenever you see the movies and they go inside the gates and it's a war, it's like the whole town. I don't care if you pouring hot water off the castle, you pouring hot oil, you throwing rocks, whatever you doing, but you got to be prepared for defense. I am not this is my offense. But what I recognize is, hey man, that white boy didn't have to be random. That could have been a dry run. I tell you what won't happen again. He won't Kyle Rittenhouse me. He not going to disarm me. Not going to happen. No more. Maze Jackson show.
You can't do what he do, though.
I'm not.
The other way around.
Can I tell you, but again, he went on offense. I don't debate that. You know what that comes to then, Riis? 6 or 12, brother. 6 or 12. And you might, that 12 might do you.
But do you see how you said Kyle Rittenhouse was on offense, but he got off because he was on defense?
So let me but again, if the debt go up and now they on offense and they decide that they don't want the property burned on 79th Street and they show up, who on D? Who?
What property? That's owned by the Arabs?
Regardless. I'm saying, I'm not saying that so if they own 81st and Cottage, 82nd and Cottage, who on off and the debt go up, who on offense? Who's on defense for us? Who prepared to defend? I'm just saying I thought I was a lot more ready than I was. And you won't get me again. I thought that when I listened to Kyle Rittenhouse, I feel like he stayed on code. I feel like as much as it pissed us off to hear him talk, that he was like, but I ain't in jail.
And his GoFundMes can proceed.
Yep. Mm-hmm. But who is on defense? Again, Kyle Rittenhouse makes me say that if he came to Kenosha to do that, what does he do on Saturday nights for sport? When we have these mass shootings. Anything is possible to me after watching that. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We're going to take a quick break. We was going to talk about these sexual assaults at these schools, but also want to talk about black people leaving Chicago. Why is it easier for black people? Why do black people that leave from Chicago, thrive? Thrive.
You know why.
No, I don't. We're going to talk about it when we come back. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
WIIFTBP.
Shop at Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove, Solo Beauty can supply all of your black hair care needs. Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Tuesday through Saturday.
Broken screen? Crash system? Are you in need of spyware or virus removal from your computer? Well, contact RPC Computer Repair in South Shore and let us help you with all your computer repair services and print needs. Need office or print production services, copies, scans, fax, or even notary service? Then stop by and support RPC Computer Repair and Print Shop, located 1741 East 71st Street in the 71st Street corridor, newly revitalized South Shore areas, and let RPC be your one-stop shop, where we believe RPC is your PC. RPC Computer Repair is also a UPS access point where you can drop off and pick up your important packages. So let RPC be of service to you. Call RPC Computer Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. through 6 p.m. at 773-966-4457. That's 773-966-4457. Visit RPC at rpccomputeringinc.com for more information.
And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 8:32 a.m. and I'm Riis the Ruler with your last traffic and weather report. Let's go ahead to the Kennedy. O'Hare to the Loop is now 47 minutes outbound. 2 O'Hare is down to 19 on the Edens. Inbound from Deerfield to Exchange is 54 minutes. Exchange back out to Deerfield will be 28. On the Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop, 56 minutes. Back out to Thorndale, 34. On the Stevenson from I-355 to the Dan Ryan will be 47 minutes. Outbound, 33. The Bishop Ford is 42 minutes from I-80 to the Dan Ryan, 29 minutes back out to I-80. On the Dan Ryan, we have 21 minutes to the Loop, 15 minutes back out to 95th. DuSable Lakeshore Drive is locked in 8 minutes north and south. That's 55th to Jacksonville is Jackson to 55th. And Randolph to Bryn Mawr and Bryn Mawr back to Randolph. Today's weather, it is currently 28 and mostly sunny. Today will be a high of 43 and a low of 27. I'm Riis the Ruler, and my question to y'all is, what y'all eating on Valentine's Day? Because this is what I got.
Greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, chicken, turkeys, rabbit, you name it. Look. I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, rabbit, you name it. Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, beans, greens, potatoes, greens, potatoes, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys.
Thanksgiving, y'all.
Potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, beans, greens, potatoes, greens, potatoes, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys. You name it. You name it. You name it. You name it.
Yo, this is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my girl, Ruthie Moore. You name it. I got greens, beans, ham, tomato, tomatoes, greens, ham, tomatoes, ham. Are you having ham for Thanksgiving? No, you don't eat no pork on my fork. Can I tell you?
Lips that touch swine will not touch mine.
I'm going to tell you. You be tripping. Because that y'all ain't never had, you don't have the turkey, the ham with the cherries and the pineapples.
Not in a long time. With the 7-Up on it and the brown sugar.
Ooh, 7. Oh, Ruthie, you country.
I know you know what I'm talking about.
Not 7-Up.
What?
I ain't never had no 7-Up on no.
What do you flavor your water with? Like what do you
flavor
use water?
With the ham juice. Do you get the one from Costco?
Brown sugar and 7-Up. I've seen some people use Sprite too. But you put the brown sugar and it get kind of crispy.
Oh no, I'm gonna tell you, I pour a Coca-Cola on a mug in a minute. I used to make
Coke.
Coca-Cola. I make my brisket. I will drown it in a Coca-Cola and then break it down too. It'll tell you crazy. It's good. You are the Maze. This is the Maze Jackson Show.
Sometimes I get tired of eating beans, greens,
ham, tomato.
Like every holiday. Come on, black people.
Me and my mom had hamburgers for Thanksgiving one time.
We be switching up. We do like seafood, stuff like that.
Oh, you don't have a seafood boil?
No, I think this year's traditional. Oh. But I just like, we got to eat the same thing 2 months in a row.
How long does Thanksgiving dinner is good for me for one day. I might eat the ham the second day. After that, it's out.
The best thing is the days after.
No, it's
you're supposed to eat it up to Sunday.
You
Anything after crazy. Sunday, you chancing, okay?
Not that.
Yes, when the candy yam sit inside the juice, for all that, and you can put it on your plate.
Macaroni and cheese when they run macaroni and cheese
together and they oh my God,
the macaroni and cheese run together with the yams, and then you throw the cornbread on top and mix it all together.
No, you lost the cornbread.
Oh, y'all, you get a little texture, man. Y'all don't be knowing.
Hold on. First of all, no offense, you're a little older than us. What do you call it? You talking about real cornbread, right? You talking about cornbread?
I'm talking about Jiffy, bro.
Okay, thank you, because we call cornbread Jiffy.
You come in here, my mama used to
be like, nah, that ain't no cornbread.
You ever had your mama ever fake you out and put Martha White instead of Jiffy? So it'd be looking like real cornbread, and you take a bite and it'd be like, what the hell is this?
And they love it.
Why do black
people add too much sugar to their cornbread? I do not like sweet cornbread.
You don't eat Jiffy?
I do not like sweet cornbread. I might as well eat cake. And I know people that put sugar in the Jiffy.
Now that's a little crazy.
You been hanging around them people.
Ruthie,
black people make their cornbread like cake.
Ruthie got the white people plate.
I made
Ruthie and them, they be like, a little turkey, a little dressing, and they probably got that fun. You probably eat like cranberry dressing.
Honestly,
right?
I don't like my food touching.
And
so
fruits and you like Tennille.
My Thanksgiving plate is not gonna be all sopping and the juices all. That is disgusting.
Tennille has a separated plate.
That's disgusting. I will get 3 plates because y'all are disgusting.
I got 2 plates. One is all
How
sides.
How could you eat macaroni with yams on it?
Have you had it?
They got to
mix it up.
They got to touch. Ew. They got to touch. When them yams touch that macaroni and cheese,
that's sweet tangy.
I'm trying to.
You don't know what you're missing, girl.
Y'all tripping.
You don't know what you're missing.
You tripping? Okay.
Y'all tripping.
You tripping? I'm telling you, try it. It's only one.
I feel like I could make that some Ben and Jerry's ice cream.
Take you some good yams and some macaroni and cheese.
No, don't let it touch.
No, and tell me. I'm telling you,
Ruthie, you don't know. And then let me tell you, you missing out, Riis, with the cornbread, because the cornbread add just a little texture to it, and I'm just gonna tell you, be off the chain. Black folks do put sugar in Frosted Flakes.
No, that's I don't
Black
understand.
people put sugar in their spaghetti, on their chicken.
Wait, black people put sugar on chicken?
When you fry it, yes.
No, I will have some syrup and hot sauce on my chicken though.
Some syrup and hot sauce.
Y'all put corn in your corn. I love corn in the cornbread. Cream corn in the cornbread. That's so good. That is really good. It's like, but that's almost like a dessert. Tennille, y'all should ask y'all. You know what I think? I'm gonna bring Tennille's picture back up from the time she made macaroni and cheese. Did anybody see the shirt that says macaroni and cheese is more important than the turkey on Thanksgiving?
Yep,
I believe that.
It is true. Most people you already know, like, oh, the turkey gonna be okay.
Yeah, but we saying it for
I
a
want
different
some
reason,
roast.
Like Ruthie, like you're not even letting yours touch, so you're not even.
I cannot believe
you're not even enjoying it. Like,
I just think that is just
like yams,
really,
macaroni and
really
cheese
strange.
almost go together like beans and
Yeah.
corn. Like they just you got it.
Yeah.
Almost
You're missing
like
out, kid.
I'm telling you.
You're missing out.
And I don't even eat a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty picky in that
I'm
regard.
picky too, but yeah, that's good stuff. All right, y'all, it's the Mace Jackson Show. Let me ask you a question. You ever go on a trip, Ruthie, Riis, somewhere a different city? Tennille, did you say honey butter chicken? Okay, so I just need to tell y'all how cornball honey butter chicken is. One time, me and we were hearing all these stories about honey butter chicken. It's a restaurant, honey butter chicken. So we went to this restaurant, and you know, first of all, white people be acting like they just discovered fried chicken, right? Like they be like, "Oh, we've got a chicken." Now I ain't gonna trip.
You know,
y'all gotta stop letting these white folks get our stuff because they kicking y'all butt on these chicken sandwiches right now. If you had a Ruth's chicken sandwich, Lordy B. But anyway, so me and Carrie decide we gonna check. Let's give them 5 stars. So we like, what is this honey butter chicken? Right? We thinking like maybe they came up with a new recipe. So we like, so how did you get the honey butter chicken? They were like, well, one day when we had the cornbread, we put honey butter on it and it leaked over onto the chicken, and we decided this could be something. White people lined up because the butter red because the food touched.
Man, they just making that story up because it sounds good.
Well, I'm gonna tell you. So anyway,
I agree with you, Mace. They are hitting with these chicken sandwiches.
White folks is killing you. I mean, have you had Roost? Have you had a chicken sandwich from Roost?
Probably a black man really cooking it with the white man.
I'm gonna tell you what. No, what they did was they went and got the white dude's recipe from Memphis, and then they mastered it, and then came home and then monetized it. Yep. Them chicken sandwiches these days though, you be out here like, who taught y'all how to fry chicken?
A black person. That's
now, you know who got some bomb chicken though? Both Mariano's and Jewel. Like you could go to Jewel. You know, I was at Jewel like 2 weeks ago, and the white guys were lined up before the Bears game, buying chicken in a bag, and there was a brother back there. Floured. I was like, they found it. They found it out. These stores have hired black cooks. Cause like Mariano's chicken, that joint, like you can eat it straight. You ain't gotta put no salt. Like they use Lawry's the whole thing.
And they cook it in front of you too. You
no,
know that?
They cook it in the back at the Mariano's. They cook the steak in front of you.
Okay, I see it.
See, Riis always right. So his Mariano's don't have no they got fries in the open. I'm just saying, you know, you got no exhaust. It's all good. Anyway, yeah, I can't wait. So. Who cook at your house? We know Ruthie don't cook.
Yes, I do.
Oh, you just got through saying you ain't cook.
I said this year I'm buying.
What's your specialty?
You know what? My specialty dish is chicken Alfredo. I do a really good jerk chicken Alfredo.
You gonna bring some tomorrow?
No. I ain't gonna be here.
Ruthie be shading us, dog.
You know I'm Tuesday, Thursday, and I just so happens Thursday is a holiday.
So you gotta come tomorrow.
So yeah, I'm not cooking. I'm just buying. I'm showing up. Y'all cooking?
You got the big chair?
Yeah.
Second chair? Who got the big? Your daddy let you sit in the big chair?
No.
Okay.
I would give it. I would defer to my daddy.
Do he get the big piece of chicken at your house?
If he want it.
But I'm saying, does everybody stay stop till dad get the big piece of chicken or the piece he want? Or do they say, we eating? Oh, dad, did you want something?
I got the type of daddy that's gonna make sure we good before he get his piece.
Yeah, that's me. I'm the last to eat. Like
He'll probably cut his up into 2 or 3 pieces to make sure we good.
Right, but once you ain't got to cut it up, if everybody good, do he get the first pick?
Maze, we're poor.
No.
Shut up.
I let my family get the first pick.
Yeah. That's my daddy. My daddy the same way.
I let my kids make sure the kids you could just feed me without. And
you know when you don't grow up with abundance, you develop habits that are like not rooted in abundance. So like my daddy, like y'all eat first, make sure y'all good. But like I'm pretty sure like if we had a whole bunch of chicken, nobody would have a problem with him getting his big piece off the top.
Okay, I guess.
But one day we gonna get there.
You tripping? You are tripping. You hilarious.
We gonna get there one day.
One day.
Oh well, I feel like this. I'll be waiting for somebody to offer me the big piece of chicken.
This man made.
I do, because I'll be like, y'all know I bought a chicken, a ham, a tuck, a turkey, everything. Somebody just give me a big piece of chicken, right? It's all the gesture. It's the gesture. You got this whole giant spread, right?
So did you do it? Did you buy all that stuff to see your family happy and have a good time? Or did you buy all that stuff to sit back and see if somebody was going to offer you the big piece of chicken? We know you big pimping. We know you big spender. So you supposed to sit back and be like, look at my family. I bought it in that. They ain't forget about you.
I think they should. No, I think my family should be like, dang, we don't never gotta worry. And I buy. Here's the thing. Can I tell you something? Like, I get the most pleasure out of watching everybody else have a good time. Like, I'm not gonna even lie. It just does be like when everybody having a good time, they be like, boy, this is wonderful to be on this island. You be like, damn, how do we get here? That's all. It's like, here's my thing. I do feel like you gotta ignite. It's a pecking order. It is. We
had this conversation at least every week.
So y'all get it right.
Maze, last week I agreed with you. I told you.
You talk about your daddy won't eat the big piece of chicken, making me feel bad.
No,
because I want the big piece of chicken. I ain't ordered the food so I can get the big piece of chicken, but I do after everybody be eating. And if nobody said, was you hungry? And I'll be like, it's all right, I'm gonna go watch
TV. As long
TV.
as they feed me. As long as I get fed, man, I don't care who got the big piece of chicken a little bit. As long as I eat, you know what I'm saying?
I'm particular, bro. I'm not eating. If you take if I go to that plate and there ain't no breasts on the plate, it's over for the day.
Just tell them, hey, you may keep it breast. Hey, so like if it's something like, hey, like at the Thanksgiving, hey man, you know, a Riis only eat breast. It's the last breast. Don't take the breast. But
that's
you
real.
know what I'm saying? Something like that. But like for me, like I don't need, you know, just. It's okay to take care of everybody else, the kids, you, and then bring my plate once everything is settled down so I can woosah. You know, that's me. Like, I want to ease on into my comfy chair, everybody's straight, you know.
I start at 4 o'clock in the morning, right? So I done cooked all day, and by the time it's okay. It's all right. One day, though. One day. It's okay. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. One day, I'm going to just go on strike. And then I'll be like, what are we going to eat? Like, you know, like on Wednesday, look, this is what I'm going to be doing on Wednesday at like 4 o'clock. I'm going to be like, ain't no groceries? ain't nobody around us? Like, Dad, when you going to the store?
At 5 o'clock, it's going to be an Uber Eats doorbell, DoorDash doorbell.
Look, I'm going to go in, we going to have Scott Peterson Polishes. I'm gonna be going.
That sound like I'm going sound good, right? Ruthie?
Sound you gonna do them up.
I'm a boiler. Look, it's gonna be. I'm gonna boil, and then I'm gonna put a boil. I'm gonna boil some Scott. Nah, matter of fact, I'm gonna boil some hot dogs, turkey dogs.
Oh, and then I'm gonna you can have all the chicken. Okay, we don't want to carry no problem.
And it ain't gonna be no. And it ain't gonna be. And I ain't even gonna buy no buns. Right? I ain't gonna even buy no buns. We gonna have to eat bread. Right? We got to wrap it around bread, and it ain't gonna be no ketchup. Well, it's only gonna be mustard. That
sound like a meal. It's only be mustard on hot dogs anyway.
Riis,
People that put ketchup on hot dogs is weird.
I'm not tripping.
Cut up some potatoes and have some fries. You good?
Tell them it sound like a meal. Thank you,
Riis. That sound like that's the sack, the roach with the sack, the sleep in the bed with the I'll be honest with you. I've never had a hot dog on Thanksgiving, and I don't.
You know you're going to do it up. You know you're going to do it big. You need to just invite me and Riis over.
I don't even buy buns. Okay, listen.
I got to have the right bread for whatever I'm eating.
No.
I got to have
bread.
No, I have to have a piece of white bread for white bread stuff. I got to have hamburger buns, hot dog buns. And then for my sandwiches, I got to have sub rolls. So we got like all that bread on the...
Ruthie, do you?
But man, how you supposed to eat a sub sandwich with a piece of bread? Like, I mean,
bread. Thank you, Ruthie.
But that's not a sub sandwich.
Why not?
No. So
what make it sub? Is it the bread?
Just the bread.
The bread. Like the bread, like a submarine roll, right? Like I feel like. So here's
no, Maze. No. To black people, what makes it the sandwich is the fixins. It ain't the bread. You can use any type of bread you want. You can have a hoagie. It ain't even got to be on no hoagie roll.
No, you can't have a hoagie without a hoagie roll.
Maze, that is black 101. that you that it does not matter the
Nah,
bread.
dog, I gotta.
So you want me to go to the store and spend all? You want me to spend link on regular bread, hot dog buns, and bro, your mama be like, "Boy, if you don't use this bread for 99
So y'all be,
cents."
and
And
nah,
then we
you
just
gotta get.
went up, and now we eat Sara Lee bread. So you know, I feel we honey.
See,
That honey wheat be on point though.
See,
that
and
universal.
They don't even sell Wonder Bread no more, do they?
They do.
I
It's
can't
$1.
never find Wonder Bread.
So save a lot. So save a lot. You can go get it. They got them by the bundles.
Oh, I can't. Let me tell you what, man. And I went to Pete's the other day. Do you know I bought some. They sold me 6 rolls of toilet paper for $17. I didn't. You know how you just put some on the rack and then you like $63. Pete's hit me for $16 for 6 rolls of toilet paper, and I was like, this is worse than being at the corner store. I could not believe.
It had like a little tool hand in there, right? So after you got done, you just like bend over and it wipe for you.
No. I was like, and it was the blue. I got the blue. But I'm gonna just tell you, that was kind of
crazy.
When
you flush it, it must clean out your, your
not my
system.
colon up.
No. I'm talking about your
Toilet.
plumbing. Yeah, like your plumbing. When
it wipes everything.
Yeah, cleaned everything. For $16.
I just felt like though that was like how we bragged about a grocery store. I felt like that was another extortionary tactic. Like that was crazy. Yeah,
that's
like
too much.
that's too much. So nah, man. But I'm telling you, like so. Here's what I feel like, and I haven't done this but I feel like I want all the right stuff to go with all the right stuff. So if I'm going to make a sub sandwich, then I want to have sliced
bread.
onions. I want sub bread. I want the submarine juice that you buy, the oil and vinegar. Because I didn't want to go back. It was like, that was a crazy thing. So anyway, I feel like we got to have all the right stuff to go. And I want to make it all match. Now, Carrie, on the other hand, Carrie make it work. She'd be like, yeah.
She from the city, ain't she?
She from
You can tell she from the city.
But you don't. So wait, you don't match your bread up with your sandwich?
No, man.
Tripping, man.
You don't buy buns?
No, it's like
maybe for a barbecue.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't even eat bread like that. I don't even like sandwiches.
No, it's just my bread.
So you would probably seldom see me eat a sandwich. I'm not a bread eater like that. But I don't think it has to match up. You tripping.
Yeah.
No, you're tripping.
No, you tripping.
Let me tell y'all don't be knowing what y'all be missing. Let me tell you. It's nothing like hey man, when I think of a sub sandwich though, like, and I'm just being honest, like I think of it on exactly the Huxtable sub sandwich.
Hey, where she live at? Where she from?
Who?
You said exactly to who?
Oh, he talking about the sub that you need you gotta have the proper
You gotta
bread.
have the right.
So do you also eat like garlic when you eat garlic bread? Do it gotta be like, garlic bread? Or can it just be like some bread with some butter and garlic on it?
Look how he looking.
That's toast.
Before you can even finish, he was looking
That's
like
toast. It's garlic toast, man.
No, ma'am. No, it's gotta come. You get the garlic bread with the thing, and you open up the pack, and then you split it open, and then you put it in the oven, and then it come back and it be all bubbly crust.
bubbly crust.
Dang.
Right.
Nah, Ruthie.
Dang. I bet it got cheese on it too, don't it?
You can get the cheese kind. I stopped getting the cheese kind because it taints it. Now you know what's really good though? Those knots, the garlic knots. Bam. What?
No, somebody said it in the comments.
The garlic knots is off the chain. The Texas toast be too thick sometimes. Then you can't eat the crust. Now, I ain't never made no garlic bread or you got to go to the store and get the fresh kind where it's cut, and then you slide it in, and it's got the red paprika.
Fresh kind. Tell them we done had our garlic bread frozen for about 2 months, waiting on a special day to cook it. What's wrong with this man right here?
You got to take it off, hit it on the counter to break it apart.
Yeah, you got to do some stuff. That's right.
But don't mess around and add your own cheese to it, though.
They don't know.
A slice.
Okay, I gotta ask this question.
Hey, I feel like we from what's that show with Will Smith, the Fresh Prince? He Carlton and we will.
I gotta be Carlton. Are you tripping?
And we will. We like what?
Okay, so let me ask a question. This is gonna be the ultimate test.
Uh-oh.
And if y'all fail this, I think we can't be friends.
I'm finna get it right.
We finna fail.
I'm finna get it right.
We failing.
Does anybody here eat American cheese?
On what?
Anything.
Well, I don't eat cheese.
Depends on what
period.
it is.
Oh, I can't mess with them.
It depends on what it is.
Like what? Like
I
what
don't know
could you
when the
eat?
last time I ate a slice of American cheese.
I can't eat American.
You know what?
If you have American cheese,
Possibly
you're gonna lose.
on a grilled cheese sandwich.
Ugh.
That was probably the last time I ate it.
Like not cheddar.
Nope, it was like the slice, the
Did
Kraft
you eat
single.
American cheese?
I only eat grilled cheese. I'm not a cheese person.
I can only do Borden's or Kraft. I can't do the generic because it tastes weird.
Borden's is and Kraft is. You got to go to the cheese counter.
The cheese
They don't
What
make,
is
but
that?
they don't make American cheese.
The
If you go to
cheese
the
counter.
cheese counter and ask for American cheese, though, they gonna be like, "Excuse me."
The cheese.
What's the cheese counter?
Huh?
That's when you had them cut your cheese in the back.
No, they cut it right there for you.
Nah, man.
You mean like the deli part where you get the meat?
No, it's a cheese section.
We do
Go
not.
to the cheese section.
Clearly,
And you know, like you go to the.
Ruthie, I just-
You talking about like at Jewel when you go to the deli and you get the lunch meat and the cheese sliced up?
No, there is a cheese department.
A cheese department.
Yeah.
This guy.
And they got like all the cheeses, and then you be
I know,
like,
I'm
"Give
just-
me
I
some."
know what you're talking about.
Right. Really, like,
I'm
dude,
just
stop
messing with you.
fronting.
I'm just messing with you.
Ruthie, they
But
don't
I've
have
never
that.
ordered from the cheese department
They don't
though.
have that at
Oh,
all.
you gotta go like, and you know what? You gotta go to like like my son, like when Whole Foods was the first. Boy, you go get that cheese, and then he would be sampling it, and you get the crystals. Now my son be like, "That cheddar doesn't have the crystals in it, Dad." I be like, "Dog, if you don't get your $12.99 a pound eating cheese tail up out of here, you better go on over there to the deli."
Y'all ever went to the deli counter and asked for a certain number of slices instead of like half pound or a pound?
My slices of what?
Whatever.
My stuff is already packed when I get it. I'm trying to tell you.
You don't get it cut?
They don't have it at Aldi's. I'm trying to tell you that. That's not at Aldi's. I'm telling you, it's not at Leamington's. Okay, I don't know. What are you guys talking about? What do you guys? What do you mean? My stuff already pre-cut, and then I go to the wall where they got all the stuff and find the meat, pick it on off,
Did you
put it in
see
my buggy.
Pete's done got rid of their butcher department.
What?
Yep, they got everything in freezers now. They be like, they took an Aldi page. You got to go holler at the back now. But I'm going to tell you, Pete's is extortionary.
You know what? You should call 311 and report the price gouge.
311.
See, Ruthie, you tricking? You turning
I mean, listen, so there are like, I will call 311 for certain things like consumer relations. That is a big one for me. Like, don't be out here like cheating the people.
You be tattling.
That's price gouging.
That's price. Well, then we need to go. We should just call on every one of the corner stores. We should just get a list of corner stores and call 311 on them. Everybody get the one on your corner, and then after that, we can come to them and say, "Would you like to sell?" No, I'm just telling you, we should. You know, they would do that to y'all. Man, y'all making me feel so.
Hey, what you eating for Thanksgiving though? What you buying?
You know,
You better give
What
him
you
that
buying
big,
for your family?
You better give him that big piece of chicken.
Nah, I don't. You know, I'll tell you, we have been so swamped that I really haven't even thought about it. I think we talked about going to
Y'all going out to eat?
Oh, we going out?
Ooh, I ain't never been out to eat.
Me either.
On Thanksgiving.
on Thanksgiving. That would be. You know what? I could actually stomach going out to eat and then having like good desserts at home for afterwards.
Man, did you hear this?
That would be good.
Can I be your son? You need some more kids.
Woo!
You need some more.
I do not need no more kids. You look, I'm trying to get this one off my tab now.
Mama Carrie.
Mom!
Mom.
Mom, I want for Christmas. This is what I want.
I want to start.
Hey, this is a good time to be in the Jackson family around the holidays. Auntie Tennille.
I'll never say that. TT.
Tennille.
And you do it right. It's Tia.
Can I park your car? That's how you got to start
No,
driving.
her car parks herself.
Can I park your car?
T, you need me to wipe your car down for you? I got you.
Lordy B. You know what though?
Y'all funny.
I think that
Can somebody please adopt Riis for the holidays? Because y'all know he grew up in an impoverished place.
Man, give me.
Let me tell you, it's crazy though. You know what's ridiculous though? That Pete's on Western costs more than Whole Foods on Halsted. Let me say that again. Pete's on Western costs more than Whole Foods on Halsted. The Whole Food in Halsted is in one of what is rapidly becoming the richest neighborhood in the city of Chicago. And quality food is cheaper there than it is in the hood. Think about that. And you talk about life expectancy and the proximity, and we bragged about having Pete's because we were no longer in a food desert. But it seems to me that they took the Wally and Eddie model, made it bigger, put a pretty sign on it, but still took it. When you think about the fact that I paid $16 for 6 rolls of toilet paper, who can afford that? I didn't put it back because I was ready to get out the store. But you know how, like, I usually just have my son, you know, when we go to the store so he can practice paying. And he looked at the thing and was like, he is very, like, he's not super money cognizant. We got to work on that. I got to make him hang out with Carrie because Carrie count the pennies. But he stopped and was like, Dad, this seems like a lot. So as we were looking at the receipt, $16 for 6 rolls of toilet paper. On Western and Madison. And 16 blocks in the richest neighborhood in the city. It was less expensive. Just think about how hard it is to be black.
That's another way to move you out too.
Right. Right. Well, you think about where it is. That where the pizza is where you watched Judas and the Black Messiah. All right, y'all. It's time to go. It's 9:03. Ruthie Mo got to pack up. She got to go because she got her Sherpa on.
I'm on overtime right now.
All right. So, look, we got to get up out of here. So, look, it is the Maze Jackson Show. So, for Maze and Riis, Ruthie, and Todd lied again because he ain't going to be here on Friday.
Oh, happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Oh, yeah, you got to say it. We're going to say it tomorrow.
You was so cold.
You ain't going to bring us no plate tomorrow?
I am not cooking.
You can cook tonight. I'll pick it up.
I'm trying to come over y'all house.
Ruthie.
Sister, I thought we was going to our daddy house for Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
Don't come empty-handed. Make a pecan pie.
Dang.
All right, I'll bring some.
They'll bring a pecan pie. Riis, I'm going to tell you, though. You should have seen when Riis came to the whatchamajigam. He brought a pan of greens and a pan of yams, and a pan of cornbread.
I don't never show up empty-handed.
That's true. And you know what? Can I also tell you? And you are pretty generous because you always be like, here. You know,
I got you.
I've been noticing that.
Some things are just better shared. So I hear you when you say, like, you know, give me the big piece of chicken, but I do really enjoy seeing everybody eat.
Me too.
If I got a little bit extra, here you go.
You know, I appreciate that.
You know why? You know what it is, though? You would do the same for me.
I would.
So no qualms about it.
Go on, grab it. Just get it. All right, y'all. It's the Maze Jackson Show. So for Maze and Riis, Ruthie, Todd be lying. I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show. We heard Riis. You gave him a chance to tell the truth on air. You was like, "We ain't even gonna be open next week." I'm gonna be here. I'll be. Yes, I am.
Todd, where you at, man?
He was so smooth. Like, oh yeah, I'm coming Friday. It's like Todd the day after Thanksgiving. I don't think.
Hey, the Kankakee K's made it to state. They're gonna be playing on Saturday at Northern.
St. Rita made it too. St. Rita made it too.
So go K's.
Not KKKs though. All right, y'all. This is the Maze Jackson Show, where I ask every single day, Maze, Riis, Ruthie, Todd, like I said, be lying. Where I ask every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, go ahead, Ruthie.
And if you don't like it, you can look them in the eye and you can still tell them that Maze said.
We out of here. Peace.
Rams, hogs, dogs, chicken, turkeys, rabbits, you name it. Look. I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, rabbits, you name it. Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, beans, greens, potatoes. potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, rabbit. Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, beans, greens, beans, greens, beans, 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 greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, chicken, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys. You name it, you name it, you name it, you name it. Potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, rabbit. Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes.